This is the URT. You are the URT. Big up URT. Smash a like for the URT. Subscribe to the URT. Woohoo! Carlos Baleba. Big up to Carlos Baleba. Easy. One of the frauds. Frauds are in the house. Hold that, you fraud. Look in the mirror, my friend. You're the biggest fraud. Smash the likes early, please, people. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, and love, people. Please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Breaking news. Bomber, a proper bomber. Man, like Baleba's on his way to Manny to have his medical. So that's a great news, people. Nah, it's done, man. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done, man. It's done. It's done. He's having a medical, man. I'll be shocked if he's not done. But yeah. Yep. To be fair, you can't tell it from them beating a newly promoted side, bro. You can't really tell, but they look really good. Mufc said they play some good football. They're playing some good football, so we have to give it up to them. But you can't really tell. Playing promoted teams is going to be, they're not used to the physicality. They're not used to how they play. So it's gonna be very, very interesting. But big up, people. Yeah, breaking news, man. Manchester United. We've got our man, man. We've got our man. We've got the kid. Carlos Baleba joins Manchester United from Brighton, Hove Albion, 5-year contract. Personal terms verbally agreed 22 million to Manchester United medical on Saturday after the deal struck at Brighton. So yeah, big up to my guy. Big up to my guy. Big up to my guy. Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy that we got midfield. He can complement all the other midfielders, and we've got somebody who's got a bit about him who can get around the football pitch, man. I'm hoping for him to be able to run back. He makes 20 sprints per game per 90, and that is the most in the league. So I'm hoping, I need those sprints, man, helping Manchester United defensively when we're getting absolutely split open. Yeah, big up to Saeed for the rain, man. Big up to the people, man. Therapy, RB. We're here, we're live, we're direct, people. We're here, We're here, people. Welcome. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP, people. ASAP. Welcome to Manchester United. Carlos Baleba. We hope and pray that you have an incredible and amazing talked about career in years to come at Manchester United. And majority of the fans would welcome you open arms and get behind you, as long as you give it on the football pitch, man. That's the most important thing. As long as you give it on the pitch. Big up, man, like Imran Oldin, our resident comedian at URT. Very funny. But big up to you. Big up to you, man. Big up to everybody. We're happy, man. We're happy. Carlos Baleba has signed and is a type of midfielder I can get behind, because football is not just only when you have the ball, man. It's about what you're doing when you don't have the ball. And Baleba is somebody that we're going to have to rely on his attributes to help us with getting the ball back or putting fires out. So, yeah, we're not just going to be sweating over. But it's still, Manchester United are only +1. Ugarte, we were going to loan because we can't sell shit. And Casemiro left. So now we've only signed, from last season, one player in my eyes. One player. Manchester United need to go and get a left back and a centre back and a second striker. That's what they need to do. That's what they're not alone. Big up to Khalifa Rabin, last achiever at United Real Therapy. Carlos Baleba is given permission to travel to Manchester United. Managed to agree a fee with Brighton. Medical set to take place tomorrow. Yeah, we wish you a quick and a healing recovery, man. Recovery. They send you universal healing energy. Health, wealth, people. United midfield is done. I don't think it is fully done yet, because if I've just explained to you, we let Casemiro Casemiro left. Ugarte was going to get sold. That means loaned. And we've signed Carlos Baleba. So we've only signed Santos. Santos to replace Santos and Tielemans to replace those two. Now we've got one more extra midfielder from last season. And I don't really count people like Mason Mount. I don't count them because you know the rest. Apparently United ain't done well. We can't be done because we've got holes to fill, man. We need a left back, a centre back, and a second striker. That's what Manchester United need. That's what Manchester United need. Yeah, we need 2 more centre backs, 1 more centre midfield for me. Yeah, 100%. We know that, bro. But they ain't gonna do it, and it's like talking to the wall. But people, please smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It is an exciting time because mainly I'm excited because of the player profile. I'm excited because Manchester United have not had a midfielder for a long, long time. The last player we had who comes anywhere close to him, I think I might be Herrera and Matic in the way they play, the combative nature of winning the ball back. But people, smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Have you liked the video? The sooner we get to 200 likes, the better we can start doing more poll questions. And tonight is also your preview, people. Have you liked the video? Yay. Done it. Just did it. Just did it. Done. It's done. Nay. I'm about to. I am about to. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's go. The quicker we get to hit 200 likes, the better we can have a more interactive show where we ask an interesting poll questions. So let's be having you, Therapy Army. Let's be having you, people. Michael Carrick says that Benjamin Sisko Cardallo couldn't make the squad against Hull, but might come too soon for Mason Mount. Matthias de Ligt has been ruled out of the match as he continues to recover. Yeah, I mean, I don't see de Ligt being back anytime soon, man. He needs to get training really hard. Carrick talks and says we're managing Mason Mount. He's very close. He's touch and go for the weekend, really going into next week. Mason will be back very, very, very soon, if not immediately. So it's all good. Yeah, we'll big up. Well, we hope that, but we know he's going to get injured. So I'm just like, yo, Carrick, and these journalists need to miss me out with this Mason Mount talk, man. I don't want to hear it. Well, water is wet. Like you say, bro, Khalees, water is wet. We don't want to, we're not asked. Carrick asked about the club, man, before deadline. We're just looking to strengthen the squad. We're certainly working towards that. We might be trying to make the most of the opportunities to finish the window stronger than we went into it, and we're in a good way doing that so far. Well, he needs to be back, bro. He definitely needs to be back because I don't want to be making excuses for him next season. Baleba with a discount first, team ready mid-September. Come on, the raffle we needed as well. Well, yeah, to me, it's the player profile we needed. Somebody that's got dynamicism, can carry the ball, who's got pace and power, but most importantly, who's got pace and power to get back and actually help the defense out. Nurin, did you see the press conference? Journal basically said if United are looking for a left back, sure, it's the only one. Means Carrick doesn't see Dogo as a left back. Yeah. I mean, we knew that already, bro. We genuinely knew that already. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They're never going to sign a fourth midfielder. That will make too much sense, Andrew. Michael Carrick on a potential title race. I will never say we can't. Well, it is what it is, isn't it, bro? It is what it is. But Manchester United, for me, are a bit way behind. We need another striker. We need a centre back in this window. For me, in this window, I'm asking for a left back. I've said, okay, keep your Diego fucking Dalot as long as Masraoui's there. I've said that, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, big up Adewale, bro. I'm not seeing you for a while, man. I hope you're good, bro. The music slaps. Big up to you and all my Nigerian brothers and sisters, mate. Big up to all my West African massive. Big up all my Afro beat production heads. Big up to you. He said we need to get rid of Bruno Man Ugarte next summer and get Wharton and Kone in. Yeah, I think that set would be complete then. I'll take Kone now. Adewale, I'll take Kone now because I know that I got Baleba if Kone breaks down. You know what I mean? I've got my insurance, bro. I've got my insurance. I've got my insurance there. I'll take Kone now. You can bring Kone, Watt, and whoever you want now. You know what I mean? But big up to you. I appreciate the super chat. And big up to all my West African family, man. You know, we're here, innit? We're here. We're Pan-African, bro. We don't believe in the divide and rule, bro. We never buy into the divide and rule, bro. We don't believe in BS borderlines, man. We don't believe in that. So, yeah, big up to my people worldwide. We had a good week, very good week. Actually, the boys have trained and we hoped, how we set up in the preseason for this to be the really kind of sharp week. Yeah, Michael Carrick, talk your talk, man. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Michael, you can tell with training, it's leading up to the first week of the season and everyone's got that buzz and excitement. The quality training has been very good. Is this the latest now? Is this what's coming out now, Khalees? Is this the latest batch of the second part of the embargo section, the second part of the presser? So it's like everybody, we're all looking forward to the big kickoff and getting the season up and running properly. Yeah, I think these quotes are from that. Big up, people. Smash the likes, people. If you know, you know. I really don't understand those people who think United will be challenging. We're top 4 at best. Well, I hope we challenge. I hope we challenge. I think you've always been, Luke Shaw, I think you always have had the same feeling. Every year it's the same. There's always the same hunger, the same excitement, and every preseason. But, you know, I feel really, really positive about this season with a group, with a manager. And I know the way things are around the place, everyone is extremely positive, and I'm really looking forward to the season. Oh, this is Luke Shaw. This is coming out from Luke Shaw. Damn, Luke Shaw's coming out of here. Listen, people. Now, yo, Zimba, we need 200 likes, man. The quicker we get 200 likes, the more we can do, more interaction and more we can do what we call the polls and ask poll questions and vote. The biggest thing what I want to do is talk about who's going to be in the top 6, how the top 6 are going to finish, who's going to finish where. I think most people have agreed that Arsenal probably win the league. Who's going to finish 2nd? Who's going to finish 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th? So that's what we're going to be looking at. Man like DJ Paul. Man like DJ Paul.
What's going on, man?
Do you some ad libs, bro? You listen to the DJ.
I do have some ad libs. One of my homies. DJ. He got some ad libs for me.
Yeah, big up, King. How are you, man? Are you in California or Los Angeles? Are you in Los Angeles or in California? California is the state. Los Angeles is the city. Yeah.
It's
so
the city.
Los Angeles is the city. You are in LA. Are you from LA originally?
No. I'm from the DMV. So I'm from just right outside Washington, D.C. So
the capital. From the capital. Hey.
So
you know what? They call it the Chocolate City. Am I right?
Chocolate City, exactly. Yeah.
Chocolate City. You know what? There was a famous DJ personality. I watched this film. I don't know who played him. I don't know what the character was about. He was a famous DJ personality in the 90s. And yeah, I just remember him talking about the Chocolate City. It'll come to me. The actor that played him is the actor, you know, Kevin Hart. And he goes, I'm 54. And Kevin Hart goes, dang. What's his name, man? He's in the video with he's in the video of Kendrick Lamar. I think, is it Damn? I think he might be in one of the videos, one of the albums. He was in the video, one of the big tracks. Oh, what's his name, man? Somebody help me, man. What's his name?
DJ Premier?
Don Cheadle.
Oh, Don Cheadle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He plays this famous, based on a real life DJ personality from DC. That's one of the best films I've seen, man. Beautiful film. Really beautiful film.
I'm gonna check it out. What's the name? What's the name of it? The name of the film?
I'm gonna find that in a minute. But how are you anyway? You good?
I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. What time is it over there?
On Vibes, it's 2:06 p.m.
Damn. Yeah. So you got the day ahead of you, man. They got the day ahead of you.
Yeah, we still got like a couple of hours left, and then the weekend.
You playing tonight? You playing anywhere tonight? Friday night?
Nah, not tonight. I had a DJ battle last night, so it was me and my homies. I didn't win, unfortunately.
What
I came third, I guess, third or fourth. Yeah,
that's amazing, bro.
Yeah, I came third.
Yo, they're having DJ battles, yeah.
Yeah. So one of my guys that I know out here, he's not really from LA. He's from Jersey. He just started it like recently, so it's really a cool thing. It was my first DJ battle. I never done nothing like that before, so it's just a good way just to get creative and for people just to express their craft and whatnot. So it was pretty dope, honestly. So
yeah, 100%. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. So listen, Carlos Baleba has signed. Let me get your instant reaction, people. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP because I really want to interact with you. Let me just get these couple of Luke Shaw quotes from him. Luke Shaw asked the mood in the camp and the best. Listen, I'm not asked about the mood in the camp, man. Listen, I don't want to ask about. I'm not asked about no mood in the camp, bro. Save it for people that want to hear it. I want to see how good the mood is, how good you are playing on the football pitch, bro. I've experienced different. Man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. All that PR bullshit. Oh, this is the best camp. It's this and that. But talk to me, man. Baleba, are you happy? I'm happy. We're not getting Kone. We're not getting Kone because I'm not sure about Kone's injuries. But now I'm like, get Kone if you want now. You can get whoever you want now. I've got my insurance. But talk to me.
Yeah, Baleba, I'm cool with Baleba. Baleba, is and I know you're somebody who's very, skeptical about injury record. His injury record is, I think he's only been out for like 8 days before this current one that he has right now. But he's only been out for 8 days, so his injury record is like damn near almost spotless. So yeah, that's a very good deal. It gives us options now in midfield, so now we really can experiment. Now, is it going to be Baleba or Santos? Me personally, I know it probably might not happen. I really would want to see a midfield 3, not a 2 in midfield. I don't really want Bruno playing, but again, it depends on what Carrick does. Because I would want Santos to play with Baleba. I think that really would bring balance, and then probably maybe either one of Mainu or Tielemans would be like the third midfielder. So yeah, it's a good signing. It's a decent signing for the price we got him to as well, 70 million. In a market where Tonali is going for 100 million. Mateus Fernandez is going for 85, and Elliot Anderson is going for 116. I think that's gold with Baleba for 70. Yeah, I think it's a decent signing.
Yeah, bro, definitely. Listen, let me just get this super chat. Big up people, man. Smash the likes. Big up man like Neeks. Smash the likes. Big up Nurin. I hope you're good. Yo, Neeks, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Big up. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, Paul, definitely. But I do think we need a left back, and I think we need a centre back.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you think about that, but we need a centre back. Yeah, I'm not expecting.
I'm not expecting a center back either. I hear what you say, because I look at that center back and I'm just like, that position, and I'm just like, man, it's not great. It's not great. I'm trying to be positive. I know at the end of the day we differ on the outlook of Manchester United, but when I look at that position with everyone there, with Maguire, with who else? Who's that? Martinez, Heaven's the only one that kind of gives me hope, but can you guarantee that he's going to start week in, week out? That's the only problem. Delit as well is a big question mark if he's going to stay fit for a good chunk of the season, especially with that sort of like back injury. So the defense does kind of worry me a bit. But if we could get that midfield balance quick and early on in the season, maybe it could cover up for some patches. Definitely, we need a left back because we were talking about Luke Shaw a couple of minutes ago, and for me, I can't see a world where we go into a season with him anymore because 3 of the goals in the AC Milan game came down his side, and he left too much space because he was tucking in, and I'm just like, bro, like, where are you? So he's left too much space there. It's coming to a point where I'd even rather play Dorgo at left back just because I don't even want to see Shaw right there. So we definitely need a left back. I don't know who exactly the left back we're going to get. I know there was talks about Balde. I like him, but he's injury prone. So again, unless we were getting him on loan with an option to buy, I don't think I would go down that angle at all. So
yeah. By the way, the film that I was telling you about is called Talk to Me, and it's about P.T. Green.
Oh, okay.
P.T. Green, yeah. P.T. Green, yeah. P.T. Green. It was an amazing film. Amazing. I love biopics because it gives me an idea, and it set the scene about what Washington was like in the 70s. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was a lot of like crack. Well, not 70s.
Yeah. Heroin was going on, bro. Heroin.
In the 80s. That was when it was. It was a war zone. But
yeah, it's Tasha P. Henson. She's in it as well. It's a really
Tasha.
Good film.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check it out.
It came 2007. Yeah, Talk to Me. Pat, tell me.
Oh, Taraji, Cedric the Entertainer, Martin.
Yeah,
Sheen.
It's got them all, man. It's got them all. It's really good, man.
Even got the British brother as well, Chiwetel.
Yeah, Cheeto. Yeah, you got Cheeto. Big up to Cheeto. I've loved. I don't know if you've seen The Boy That Harnessed the Wind. He directed it and he stars in it. Cheeto, man. He learns Malawi language.
Oh wow,
it's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm checking the movie out though. It seems interesting.
Yeah, you should check out the other movies. Or The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, just seen a beautiful Obsession on Prime Video. I have to say, the German cartoon. From where it comes across articulate, focused, and clearly passionate about where he wants the club to go. Yeah, you can't really say that same thing about Manchester United, bro. Work is already ongoing for Manchester United to sign a left back. Let's go, people, and a centre back.
Hopefully, we got to do that.
Yeah. Big up to Time, Space, and Continuum. Very articulate. He addresses Man City fans every season, and it's a good watch every time. I reckon it's fixed their issue before United does. Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about City, man. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up Neeks, man. Big up, man, like Neeks. Smash the likes. Big up, Nurin. Hope you listen. We're good, bro. We're good. I think he sent another one. So let me check this out. Man, like Blank as well. Yeah, man. This is what he said as well. Yo, big up. He says, how rude of me. Big up, Paul. Big up yourself too, brother. Yeah, man. Man, like Blank is in the building. Ram for 34 million release clause. Yo, yay or nay? I need to watch him, I need to watch that boy Ram, I really need to watch him. Ram.
28 from RB Leipzig. I think he's decent to be fair. I know they say he's more of a left wing back, but I like his profile. I've seen him in bits and pieces, so I'm not going to say I'm an expert of him, but the little I've seen of him, I think he's a decent left back, and for the price too as well. I don't think you could go wrong with that. And he's a 28 as well, so that's the right age.
David Ram, man, David Ram. Yeah, I'll have to have a look, bro. I'll have to keep an eye on him. I'll have to proper study him. You know what I mean? I'll have to study him, man, and I have to study him properly. So yeah, hopefully we'll do that. But yeah, big up, man, like David Ram, man. Big up. People also asking me about the left back, Balde. Nah, man. I don't want to. I don't. You know what? I need a player that's absolutely not injury prone.
Injury prone,
I need a
exactly.
player that's not injury prone, man. I honestly, I don't. I need a player
Good
that's not
player,
injury prone.
good player, but it's not. I don't think it's something I want to. And you know, for me, it's like I don't want a player to come in, does well, we get gassed about it, and then he's out for like 5-6 weeks. Then we get Luke Shaw back in the team. I don't want that situation. I want somebody who could permanently put Luke Shaw on the bench, or at least reassign him to the center back position, so he could be competing with Martinez and Maguire for one of those two positions. I think 2026 or this 26-27 season, we have to put a stop to Luke Shaw at center back. This can't go on any further, in my opinion. It's 13 years. Like, most teams would have phased him out after like 6 months because he's not good enough. So yeah, we had to get a left back desperately, because that's a critical position. So I would love a center back too, but I don't know if we can address all positions this window.
But big up, absolutely big up. Man like Luwani, man one Luwani. United trucker is here, he's there, he's everywhere, man. So we got one coast and we got the other coast. We're in the US tonight, people. Big up to our people in the US.
Big up, guys.
F Trump and the rest, you know what I mean? F the rest. But big up the people.
Big up, my brother. Where are you?
LA,
at?
man. He's in LA, man.
I'm in LA.
LA. Oh, LA. Oh, that's nice.
So
what's the flight from LA to New York? What's that? 7 hours?
It's about 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
It's literally like the same distance flying from New York to London.
Wow, dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Listen, Baleba's here, man. 21 is coming, Luani. That's what they keep telling me. And people are saying, where the Ineos haters? We're here, bro. We're here. Can you not see? F the Glazers and F Ineos. We're here. We're here, whether we sign a player or not. F them. We want them out. But Luani, talk to me. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm grateful. How are you?
You had a good day? Yeah, man. We're good, man.
Yeah.
We're good. Listen, Baleba signed, 21's coming. What we doing?
No, this is the problem I personally have with a large section of the fans. We look at this thing as if we're trying to keep scores or we're trying to stick it to another section, when some people have legit reason why they hate the Glazers and the structure below them, and some other people have a reason for what they like the coach and they might want him to succeed. We can coexist in the same universe. Just because Baleba is signed doesn't mean that you can stick it to the other persons and say, hey, now we can love the Glazers and we can love Ineos. It's not about that. When you build this as a rebuild, and as Sir Jim Ratcliffe told us, he said, this is a rebuild. I'm bringing in a new team. We have been on record trying to defend these guys like they are football people. So when you are football people and you're doing a recruitment in a rebuild, everything is supposed to follow a certain plan, a certain pattern. And when you take a year to sign a player that you have agreed with term, like before the beginning of last season, and we're seeing him this year, somehow you have to admit that there's something faulty in that process. There are teams that agree term with a player and they bring in the player within the same preseason. I'm not saying that the signing in Baleba is not good. I'm not saying that we can reflect positively on that. But in a rebuild, with the signing of any player, timing is very, very important. Arsenal brought in the two new signings that they brought in, start their game against City, and they look good. The preparation is very important. I wish he came in earlier, but nevertheless, I'm glad that he's here and he's going to address our issues in midfield in terms of the way we progress the ball. He's a very powerful runner. so he can help us progress the ball about to feet. And then in terms of the defensive side, also he can help us address the leg issue that we have, because he can engage aggressively the people that are attacking us. He can also cut the passing lanes better than Casemiro. So now the question still remain: when you give somebody to like Baleba to Carrick and his team, how are they going to use him? Because this is not an issue where we have an abundance of riches. When you look at our midfield makeup, the balance is perfect. When you look at Baleba, Tielemans, Santos, Kobe, Bruno, that Meno. So those are the 5 names we have now. Now, how are you going to put this team together so we can have the perfect balance in midfield? Emphatically, the issue of our midfield is addressed. On paper, is balanced. But what is Carrick and his teams thinking? We don't know yet. If they don't have the combination right, this signing might not be as significant as we think it is. So suppose Baleba can start. We all agree that if you combine Baleba, Andre Santos against the big team, for example, both can defend, both can progress the ball in a different way. Baleba can run with it, Santos can pass between the line. That gives us the perfect balance. But who do you put in front of them? You put some Bruno, you put Kobe Mino. Where does Tielemans fit in all of that? Is Tielemans become automatically an understudy for Bruno? Who's going to be on the bench? We don't know. One thing for sure, we cannot play all 5 of our midfielders at the same time, right? So we have to find that balance.
Yo, man, like Ace. Yo.
Whoa.
Ace. Yo, big up to Ace.
That's
Ace
crazy.
Says, why are you, man, being stingy? Like up the effing stream. They got the East Coast and the West Coast. And you got me from South Dallas, baby. Yo, I've got it all tonight, but I got the
East, West, South.
The South, yo, and I'm in the North. Bro. We're complete people. Yo, we're in the North, people. Yo, big up Ace, bro. Always appreciate love, bro. Big up. There is South. Mate. Dallas. There is South. Is that near Houston and all that? Dallas, yeah? Is that South?
Yeah.
Dallas is like, I think it's like 4 hours away from Houston. It's not necessarily close to Houston, but I might be wrong. But it's like a good 4-ish hours from Houston, I guess.
Yeah. Big up for the generous super chat, bro. We appreciate you. Yeah. Villa wants Xerxes. That's the news that's breaking apparently tonight. Villa wants Xerxes. That's the news that's breaking.
Do we get Watkins in return or
no? Apparently Watkins is going to Saudi club.
To Saudi.
You know we can't match those wages, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we can't match those words. People like big up people like Fury, man. Big up people like Fury. Your mods, get on it. Mods are on it anyway. Big up to Bilal. Ineos out, mate. That's how we do it. But yeah, I mean, if Xerxes goes, then we definitely need another striker. 100 million.
Potentially, we potentially might need one, but again, because we got like 7 in that position too, so that's where as well it gets a little techie. But I think if Xerxes if he leaves, we might get a replacement. Who that replacement would be, I don't know. I mean, maybe, and I might be gassing it, but hopefully it would be what's his face from Real Madrid on loan.
Oh,
Endrick.
Oh, okay.
If he leaves, that is. But again,
yeah, fair play. That's a shout. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Europe, you'll never sing that. Have you ever done the treble? Have you ever done the treble? Have you ever done the treble?
Look how salty this United fan is, guys.
Done the treble. Yeah, there you go. If
Listen,
you know, people.
Nora,
If you know, you know.
we won the league at your place,
listen,
pal. When you win the league at the Emirates, I'll hear from you. If you win the league at the Emirates, I'll come and hear from you. But we won at Old Trafford, mate.
We won the league at the Emirates. The last one we won at the Emirates. We got clapped on the pitch. You don't remember?
No, you didn't win it at the ground. You already won it.
We won
you
it.
already won it.
Play you, yeah.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. We won it. We won it in a tie to decider at your ground. Will Todd, baby. I'm giving him flashbacks. Look at him. I've got him on the ropes, chat. I've got him on the ropes.
Yo, man, you know what? With Overmars, I think it might have been Overmars. Was it Overmars or Wilton? Wilton scored. It's already outside the stadium, bro. I saw enough.
Oh yeah, I think that was.
Let me just say this, man. Slapping up Port Coventry. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Don't mean that. You're gonna get this easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but pick up Cameron Festival. Yeah. It's all banter. It's all love, man. How are you, Festival? You good?
Good, mate. Yeah. How are you? I've been a while.
You played good football. You played good football. I was impressed the way you played against City, and you played some good football again tonight. So is this what you're looking at? This is the Arsenal you want to see, unless they get to the last 2 months or 3 months of the season where they put the brakes on.
Yeah.
I think they start. Yeah. You know what? The car's already got one handbrake. They'll start putting 3 other handbrakes on the car.
That is Arteta's philosophy. You know, I think we played well. We didn't play well because of his decisions today. We played well because we put ballers out on the pitch. Skelly's just immense. I've been a fan from him all last season. I don't understand why we dropped him. Havertz makes us function as a team so much better than Gyökeres. Odegaard seems to be fresh for the first time in about a year. Rice looked like he'd never played a World Cup. It was insane. I mean, you are right, though. It is Coventry. They're not a very good team. Probably going to go straight down here. Someone just said Solis. I think I said to you, Nora, last time we... Last time we had a chat, and I remember saying to you, Nora, I reckon Solis would have a good season for us because his output for Bruges was insane. He had like 30 odd goals and 20 assists or something stupid. So I know it's a Belgian league, but he looks immense. So I'm really happy with today. I think it's a good foundation. Long way to go, but But are you ready for the mighty Hull tomorrow, guys? That's the real question.
I think we should be. Honestly,
definitely, yo, we're ready, man. We're ready, man. We're ready.
I think we should be. I mean, I don't think because at the end of the day, people are talking about defensive midfielder, left back. Cool. We need that long term in the season, but I don't think we need that desperately to beat Hull and Ipswich next week. So I think we should. Yeah. I think it's a perfect start for United to have. If we could put at least 6 points on the board, and then we figure out the next as the season progresses. I mean, we need to do that if we have any ambition to do anything of any sorts this season. We must be winning those games.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, Nora, I saw this graphic on social media. It showed the United back four from, I think, 2023, and it was Shaw, Maguire, Martinez, Dalot. And that's probably going to be your... something like that this season. Are you guys not still concerned about the back four?
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. I've been saying that. Bilal, I'm going to start this and I'm going to talk about it after because we're in a bit of the flow of this conversation, but I'll definitely answer this because the Zios know what they're effing doing, bro. They know what they're doing. F them. And the F Rwandan government. They can go and suck on one. But yeah, listen, like I said to you, it was up to me, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Diego Dalot, Martinez. Even though I love Martinez, good night, Vienna. You know, I would have ripped that defense up. See you later. Yeah, that's what I would have personally done. But it's not up to me, is it? Yeah, I'm big up to Space again for the generous super chat, man. Always appreciative. But big up, man. Listen, yeah, we'll see what happens in it throughout the season. But the Premier League is here. It's live. It's direct. We already got our game. So far, so good. Top of the league, Arsenal finished up where they left off, and hopefully Manchester United can climb there tomorrow. I expect Manchester United to win 3-0 tomorrow. I'm just putting it out there before we break it all down. But outsider's perspective about that Carlos Baleba signing, because I want to go back to Luani as well. But go ahead, Cameron.
Yeah, I think he's I mean, he had a really bad year last year at Brighton. I think the transfer rumours in the summer really put him off his game, which is a bit concerning. If I was a United fan, I'd be a little bit concerned that he's he down. Not I don't want to say down tools, but just dropped off the face of the earth last season. But yeah, he's what you need as a profile. I think he can really level up your team because you going into the midfield with Tielemans, Bruno, and whoever else, Santos if he starts, that's not going to do it. But if you have a Baleba, Santos, and Bruno, that could work. I think he gives you a lot of options. I do like the player. It's just about whether he can find that form from 2 years ago. How much you signing him for?
70 million.
65 plus 5.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean that's the going rate these days, I guess.
Listen, we signed Mason Mount for 55 plus 5. 60 million,
you got robbed, yeah. I think we got robbed by Chelsea, and then I look at that deal and think, oh yeah, we have.
I'm really not gonna lie. With the way the transfer market has been moving, 65 plus 5 for a player like that, I think I'd take it because it's like what Tonali 100 million, good player, but he's not worth it. Mateus Fernandez 85 million, relegated twice. I'm like, so the rates this Premier League's been thrown around is crazy. I mean, Liverpool are about to get what's his face Minte for about 70 million as well, and it's like, so the market's crazy. Market's crazy. So you get what you get, honestly.
Yeah.
What do you guys think to the Bruno signing for Arsenal and the Konza signing?
I wanted him at United.
Yeah,
that's a good signing. Very good.
I think he's a better player than Tielemans, if you ask me personally. If you ask me who do I prefer, Tielemans or Bruno Gamera, because Bruno Gamera can give it. He can get about the football pitch. He's got leadership qualities, but that's just me. Luwani, I'll get back to you because you were talking and then you had to go for a minute. So you were saying when you're doing a rebuild and then you go in for a player, then you sign in 12 months later. That's not a proper plan. That is just making as you go along.
Yes, sir. The issue is that when I listen to conversation chatters online, I hear excuses like, we have to wait for the right price to sign Baleba. Is 70 million 1 or 2 years later the right price? See, I mean, like, what are we trying to defend here? We see look at Arsenal play City and then look at them play today. Arsenal is already playing mid-season football, okay? And that is not a fluke. It's because their preparation is on point, and the preparation can only be on point when the signing and the team everything is lined up. When you look at our board and the way they're moving, sometimes it feels like they're constricted by something. Now we can start formulating our own possibilities. Some people say, because we don't have any money. Some people say, because we're waiting to sign the player at the right price. First, it was, we're waiting for the right profile. Now we're waiting to sign the players at the right price. Bro, it's not our money eventually. So when did we draw the line from, look, these guys are selling us a rebuild and we believe in what they're selling us, or they're just selling us some bullshit, and we start criticizing them? There have to be somewhere in the middle where I'm not trying to make an argument for people who are in us out that are being dubbed as negative today, and people who are in us in that think that the new regime is different from the woodwork. What is this regime different doing now that is so different for what Woodward and his corporate were doing? What?
I mean, I would say though, to sort of play devil's advocate there, is that actually I would say Ineos have kind of gone in a more conservative way, and I think there's maybe more thought around how they scout players compared to Ed Woodward, because I feel like Ed Woodward was throwing money around for players that we didn't really exactly need. So, I mean, I'm not Ineos, like I said, guys, I'm not Ineos' biggest fan. I don't want people to attack me in the chat talking about IDL.
People don't attack him. Paul is definitely not ideal. He's not an ideal.
But I'm just being objective.
Listen, he's not an ideologue. How about that? Paul is not an ideal.
I'm just being objective, but I guess that's where it is. Now, with me with Ineos, listen, I wasn't really, at the end of the day, give me the Qataris 10,000 times over. You feel me? I really would have wanted them because then I knew United would have been on their way back. But with Ineos, it's like there are things of Ineos I don't like with the reactions of how like they take long to sack managers and whatnot when they know it's clearly not working. With the way they've approached this transfer window, it's not been the greatest because I wish that really they could have had these players like a month beforehand, especially for preseason and whatnot. But the thing is, at least now we have them. So the next thing now is cool. How are these players not going to fit into what we're trying to do? For the season ahead. So that's for me, just what I'm really.
My issue, Paul. My issue with the way we're doing the signing is that there is outgoing and there is incoming, right? When you're doing your signing. When you look at the team as it's constructed right now, I can pick up 7 players. 5 of them are potential first team starters that in the past 5 years, they've been liabilities and they're still here. And some of them will start. That doesn't signal a rebuild for me. You have Maguire, you have Luke Shaw, you have Bruno because of his style. Okay. You have maybe Dalu to a certain extent. Okay. So there's at least 6 or 7 players that were liability. And that we're trying to get rid of them depending on what coach we have at that point and the ownership vetoed it or whatever. But we still stuck with these players today. So what exactly are they trying to sell? Is it a rebuild? If it's a rebuild, why is Rashford still here?
Yeah, well, again, the Rashford thing for me again is due to I think they made a mistake last year with the whole bomb squad thing, and I think they've snookered themselves to the point where I don't even think because Rashford's not going to go nowhere. I don't see a world where at this point anybody's coming in for Rashford. I think Rashford's locked in for the season, and I think he's putting his head down and he's just like he wants to focus. So I think Rashford is just going to lock in, and then probably if he does well, maybe they trigger the 1-year extension. If not, he runs down his contract and he leaves on a free. But I hear that. I feel like with them, the defense, I think they do their rebuilds in batches in terms of let's focus on the attack, let's focus on the midfield, and then probably maybe next year might be the defense. I don't know if they're going to move on Dalot, though, because Dalot is vice captain. So I think Dalot's here for the long haul. Maguire potentially will be gone next year because his contract's up. Shaw potentially will be gone next year because his contract's up too as well. So I do think, hopefully, and I say hopefully because I'm not sure, I think we would be doing center backs and left backs reinforcements next summer. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm going to defend Ed Woodward just before we change topic because I think in retrospect he looks like a complete failure. But if you actually go through the names he brought to the club, I remember as an outsider fan, every time that you saw who he signed, I was always a little bit worried. When Martial came in, Woodward got Martial, right? He was there during that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I remember thinking, damn, you've got the coup of the century. That's going to be the next Henry. You got Depay, you got Di Maria. You had all these huge names come in who, on paper, should have been a success, and for whatever reason didn't work out. This United structure, there just doesn't seem to be a plan. At least with Woodward, I got the idea, the direction. Big names, big profiles, big characters. See what happens. Didn't work, but there doesn't seem to be a real direction. There's no youth. It's not quite. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be an idea.
I say with Woodward though, the thing with Woodward was I think we shouldn't have fired Van Gaal. Van Gaal really should have stayed because if we kept Van Gaal for an extensive period, those signings that you mentioned, Martial's and he fell out with Di Maria, so that doesn't count. But with Martial, they would have done really well, exceptionally well, because he was the only coach that actually really coached the team from like start to finish, even with the youth players that he brought into as well. That's the reason why we have Rashford today. That was the reason why Jesse Lingard was able to get a decent run out in the team. Who else? I think Fosu was, I think, able to break out under, was it him as well? A couple of players were able to get their careers actually started at at United because of Van Gaal. And I feel like that mistake to get rid of Van Gaal at the time we did cost us, because Mourinho wasn't good for this team at the time when they brought him in. I think Mourinho would have been better when Ferguson left. I think that's really who we should have got. I know Nurden is not a fan of Mourinho at all, but I do honestly think Mourinho would have been good for this United team in 2013 with those players that Evra, Vidic, I think was still there. Nani was still there. Ferdinand, like I think he would have still been able to squeeze a little bit of juice from that team, at least.
And then he would have got sacked the next year.
He probably would have been sacked the next year, but then we transitioned to Van Gaal. That's really how I would have done it. You bring in Mourinho, squeeze whatever juice you have from the team, fire him, or he gets sacked, and then you transition to Van Gaal, and then we probably see what Van Gaal does for 4 or 5 years, and but they didn't really see it like that.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. Van Gaal is the guy that we should have given a chance to. We should have brought in better players, and he's the one that we missed. We missed because he could have transformed the football that we played. Listen, let's get into the. Were you impressed with your boys tonight? Impressed with them so far? 2 games so far, so good. Cameron on the half front.
Yeah, I tell you what, I am so happy with Lewis Skelly getting a start today. He looks a beast. I know he was linked with you, but I didn't really believe those rumors. I don't think there was ever any chance of him leaving. But yeah, no, every play looks super sharp. Like someone said, we look in mid-season form already. That's how it felt tonight. It felt like this is completely continuing from last season's form towards the end of the season, playing better. And then when you look at it, who can compete with us in the league? I'm not really worried this season, honestly. I mean, I know it sounds a bit crazy saying that, but doesn't seem there's no one who I'm looking at thinking, oh yeah, we're going to go to the death with them, or they've got a chance. I think Maresca's going to struggle at City.
I mean, Chelsea fans think they can win the league. Chelsea, no.
Don't speak too soon, man. One of my guys, 9 players.
Yeah, one of my guys was a Chelsea fan. He was like, he just texted me today, just randomly. He was like, I'm saying it now. I think Chelsea going to win the league. I said, okay.
What? Everything is possible.
So
the thing with what we're doing is that I don't have any issue when you build me this thing right. Don't build it to me as a rebuild. Why it's not a rebuild?
Yeah.
When you're doing a rebuild, when you have a team that's progressing in time in season, the younger players gain in experience and the older players lose in age because they're getting older. What are we doing? When you look at the core of that team, the Maguire, the Luke Shaw, the Brunos, they're not getting any younger. So the Delites, the Lisandros, those people are already north of their prime, or is going to be declining from here on. Now, if you're building this as a rebuild, that means that why is Lenny Yoro and Eden Heaven not starting? Because if you start those two and you're willing to go through the growing pain, we can say that for the next 5 years, we will have a good pairing at the center back. We walk through the pain with them. Kobe Mino, he came from our academy. He's one of our young prospects. If this is a rebuild, Kobe Mino should be a starter, right? And that means if Kobe Mino is starting, 2 of our new acquisition will be on the bench because Bruno cannot be benched apparently. So this is the issue. This is not a rebuild for me. This is like a patchwork. This is a win now team. So the question that I ask everybody that's going overconfident, I'm not criticizing anybody for not supporting their team, but if you're overconfident, what are your expectations? Because this team look like we're building it to win now. Do you think we can win now? If the answer is no, so why are you not willing to take a risk and grow to the growing pain? Is out the one that are already north of their prime and easing the younger players?
I would hope that they're trying to phase out some of the younger players, though. That's what I would say. I would hope that this would be, like I said earlier, this would be the final year that we see Luke Shaw and Maguire in the team. As for Bruno, the Bruno topic frustrates me, and it's actually very annoying because I'm just like, I could actually see the potential with this midfield. Like, I actually could really, really see the potential with this midfield because playing Bruno's kind of like an obstacle because now we have to force him in, and then you have to play him in.
They are now going to accept it.
So, and that's the problem. That's the problem that I have because I do feel like a flat midfield three with either Baleba, Santos, and then maybe you could say maybe Mainu Tielemans or whatever. That is more like, I look at that and I'm more excited when I see that. But when you then throw Bruno into the works and tell me he has to play because he's a captain, it frustrates me because I know he's going to leave a lot of gaps and the midfield is going to be a bit more exposed. But hopefully with Baleba, because he could cover ground. I feel like if we could play, this is my unpopular opinion, and I like Kobe Mainu and I like Tielemans, but I do sort of think maybe Santos and Baleba might be the best midfield two pivot that we could put out. And maybe in the bigger games, maybe we could rotate, of course, in against Coventry's and all these other ones. But I think Santos and Baleba, that might have to be the pivot. And maybe Kobe and Tielemans might have to be on the bench just because we're playing Bruno. If we weren't playing Bruno, one of them would have been in the team. But you see, this is the problem that exists when we force players into the team. If Bruno wasn't playing, Kobe Mainu or Tielemans would have taken that third spot. So it is what it is.
This is the issue that we have. This is the issue. Younger players have a period of adaptation. And Kobe Mainu went through it. Ahmad went through it. Ahmad has to be loaned. Toby Collier went through it. He has to go on loan. Now, last year, we can argue that as soon as Carrick took over the team, Kobe Mainu was a starter in that team. And he was one of our best players, if not our best player, because I seriously believe single-handedly he changed the fortune of our team. Now, he have already established himself. You hear a lot of fans saying now because of the acquisition of Baleba and Santos, Kobe Mainu have to fight for his place, even though he's our young prospect and he proved himself. It's almost similar to the situation of Luis Masquele at Arsenal right now. Kobe Mainu need to start. Okay,
he does.
And if he doesn't start because we are trying to accommodate somebody, okay, who is Bruno, that's the truth. Because Tielemans is not a double pivot. Okay, so we can say Tielemans is an understudy for Bruno. But what about Baleba and Santos? Do you think that Kobe Mainu's position was a double pivot? He's a double pivot by nature? No, he's not. He's a
more
10.
advanced player. So.
He was either a 10/ or an 8. So the person we are accommodating right now is Bruno.
It's Bruno.
And a lot of fans, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that.
Excuse me, you're talking about Mr. Manchester United. United will not exist. Manchester United, the football club, do not exist without Bruno Fernandes. So
what about the assist record, guys? He's got to get the assist record again.
And Bruno's not doing that ever again. That's the thing. Like, that assist record was a one-off that's not going to be replicated again. If he does it, fair play. If he does it again, I would be like, okay, fair play. But he's not doing it.
Adewale, man. Adewale says if Bruno has to start, the most balanced midfield is Santos, Baleba, and Bruno. Our best midfield to me, it would be Baleba, Mainu, and Tielemans. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, but that would be that would be our best.
I mean, people are asking me if I'm giddy. I'm like, I'm giddy because of the profile we've got. For the first time in a long time, me, Luani, Jarvis, we all talk about it. We're giddy because we've got a player profile that, with or without the ball, a player that can affect the game for us in terms of his physicality and dynamicism. 20 sprints per game is no joke. But people, let me just hit you with some things about the game. Damn, where is my... Let me hit you something about Hull, man. Hull. Tomorrow, 12:30 UK time. I don't know what time is that, Paul. Is that like 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning?
That's 4:30 a.m.
Wow.
Right.
Oh, my God.
40. What time is it in New York, Luani?
7:30.
Okay,
Yeah.
Just in time for me to get my pancake and my coffee. That's it. I'm ready to go.
Hey, fair play to you guys, man. That's real
That's
dedication.
1:30.
That is crazy. Are you gonna get up that time? We're gonna watch it, Paul.
Yeah, I do most times because I'm a DJ sometimes, so I do be at the clubs up until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So when I get back, I'm just like, there's no need to sleep, so I might as well just wait the extra hour because by the time I get back, the team news is already out, the play's already on the pitch, so it's like, might as well.
So what do you do? Do you get some food? Do you get some food?
Yeah, I get some food. I get some food.
Would there be any bars open in LA where you can go and watch it?
I think for the games that are slightly later, like the 3 o'clock kickoff games, which would be at 7 a.m. I think those ones the bars will be open. The bars will be open. They do have United bars out here in LA. I think one in Santa Monica. There's one there because I've gotten some flyers from them before. So there are a couple of bars out here, but man, it's dedication. I miss living in Maryland because at least in Maryland it was 7:30 and I didn't really have to wake up. It was absolutely dark. There was at least sunlight, but hey, you get what you get. Life of a Premier League fan. So
yeah, you were getting up at that time to watch you guys finish. What was it, 16th? Man, that's real dedication, man.
That
was tough. There were some days, of course, I bailed out.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Listen. Big up Khalees from Lassie, by the way, Chief Editor, United Real Therapy. This is the most, honestly, the season's back when Khalees is sitting me with quote after quote after quote. So tonight is the second part of the presser. Usually Carrick's pressers are quite boring, but let me just take you through this bit word by word. Michael Carrick on Bruno Fernandes. I've said quite a lot about Bruno. He's been a big part of the team and the club over the recent times and had a huge impact. So he'll continue to do that in terms of the games and how it comes. Hopefully he stays fit. He is in good shape, but yet there's the element talking about the squad depth. As we go through the season, the waves and the momentum, keeping the boys in good form, but keeping them fresh as well. So Bruno is part of that. He's a big player for us, but he's obviously our captain, but there's still an element where we need to look after him.
What does that mean?
So basically, what he's trying to say is that Bruno's going to be rotated. From all of that gibberish, it's like if you want to say that Bruno's going to be rotated. So Bruno is not going to be basically demanding to play every minute of every game.
That's all. That's music to my ears because I don't want that to be the case. I hope that's.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm telling you, this will not happen.
That's what I'm saying. I hope that's what it means. I'm not going
to. You won't. Wait, isn't in his contract? Yeah, isn't there something in his contract about him starting games or something, or anything?
Yeah. Certain players they have that. Yeah, they have that. Big up to Khalees Ramadine Lassie though. Make sure you follow Khalees Ramadine Lassie on X. He's above all of it, people. He got he got the tweet. He gets all of the tweets first before. I just go to his page and anything geopolitical, culture, art, United related is always there. So big up to him at Khalees Ramadine Lassie. So make sure you check him out. You follow him, people. And big up and make sure everybody's following each other. Love and like people. This is the community. Let me just check. Yeah. Have we got to 200 likes? We've been live for an hour now and we've not got 200 likes because I really wanted to go break down to give you a couple of the different things about tomorrow's game and also about the season predictions and stuff. I wanted to put a couple of polls up. But unfortunately, we're still only at 163. So the quicker you do it, the better it is. But let's get into the whole because we can be here talking about Manchester United, this and that, all day, every day. Let me just hit you with it. So 12 o'clock tomorrow. And big up, like he said, like Khalees said, big up to all the United fans worldwide, man. worldwide. Every continent, there's United fans getting up some mad hours watching it. I feel so privileged. I live like 12 minutes away from the stadium. Honestly, 12 minutes, door to door. When I leave my place to go to the stadium, it's like, that's how it is. On my bike, I cycle there quickly, man. That's how it is, people. So, we're playing a team. Their coach, his name is Zerje Jakarovic. I can't say it properly, but Zerje Jakarovic. I can't say it, man. I can't.
Close enough. Close enough.
Close, yeah.
Anyway, and he is a very interesting type of kind of coach. He plays very much a German style football, a lot of transitions. But I expect Hull to sit back tomorrow, to sit back tight, and I expect them to try to hit us on the counter and try to counter-attack Manchester United. Hull actually last season in the Championship, they were one of the favourites to get relegated back to the League One. So the fact that they've actually finished sixth somehow, they literally I don't even believe in XG, but they overperformed the amount of goals that they've scored, but they conceded a lot as well last season in the Championship. And they got to the final, the playoff final, they won it, and they're in the Premier League. They're owned by a Turkish fella. Big up to all my Turkish people. By a Turkish fella who is also involved in Fenerbahce in Turkey. And he's bought a lot of players in, but in terms of who they are, how they play, they probably play 4-2-3-1. They've got the only players that I can really McBurney, Bellumi is a young, interesting winger. Hetrodal is a Norwegian player who basically is the next Sanderberg, if according to Jarvis or according to the Norwegian press. He's the next Sanderberg. He scored a lot of goals for them. They got a guy called Stroud. They got a guy called Crooks. So there's got and I know Mendy. I've seen the Mendy play. I think he plays in defense for them. But yeah, so they're going to be a very interesting team to play against. Yeah, and it's their return. This is the first time they've been back since 2016-17. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game tomorrow. I expect them to sit back. I expect them to use the crowd to try to hit us on the counter-attack. That's what I expect for them to play. And Manchester United, the predicted lineup is going to be Diego Dalot, Maguire, Euro, Heaven, Shaw, Tielemans, Santos, Amad Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo. So that is what we're expecting. That's what we're expecting. Tielemans, Santos, Bruno. Midfield, Amad, Cunha, Mbeumo, and Maguire, Euro, Heaven, Shaw. That's what we're expecting. That is what we're expecting. And it's going to be very interesting to see Santos and Tielemans, if they do start tomorrow, in midfield to see. I think definitely Bruno's going to play. The thing about Hull is that they've got 7 players injured. 7 players injured.
Wow.
And they got their back line is a lot of injury to their back line. They're also still buying players. They're trying to overhaul the squad, but their back line is injured. So that's why I'm going, me personally, for 3-0 to Manchester United tomorrow.
Well, we have to do the business tomorrow. We have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, but you can't underestimate them, but we have to be on our A game. So.
I mean, the thing about it, Manchester United our record against promoted sides have been unbelievable. And Manchester United have never not won on the opening day of a Premier League. Well, we've been beaten before, but we always start good. Unbeaten, you know what I mean? We always stay. And the thing about it is that I expect Manchester United to beat Ipswich as well next weekend, and I expect to beat Everton. So it should be 9 points out of 9 for me personally. That's what it should be. Even though Everton is a tough game for me, it's like a Merseyside, Manchester, yeah. And we did a stick-up job on them last season. But that is what I can give you about them, how they play. They play very much counter-attacking. They're going to sit back tomorrow, like I said. But I expect the fitness and the physicality of the Premier League to be able to tell. And that's what Coventry struggled with tonight with Arsenal. Arsenal were very good, but when they lost the ball, the recoveries to get back in position and that was nowhere. And Arsenal could have had 5 or 6. So I expect Manchester United, if they got shooting boots on, to win 3-0 tomorrow. Go ahead. Anybody else think any otherwise? It is a banana skin. It is a banana skin. But
it's just
they got the whole back line.
What is this?
They've got the whole back line injured.
Why can we talk about banana skin
unknown.
this early in the season? I know, like, we United
But
fans,
there's no pressure on them, Luwani.
every
There's zero
single game
pressure
is
on
a
them.
banana skin for us because we are so scared. We haven't been dominating in such a long time. Every single game is a banana skin. No, go win the game. If you cannot win against Hull City tomorrow, but well, you don't deserve to be in the Premier League then at this point. You said Hull City overperformed their XG. I don't remember the Premier League being too kind for teams that are coming from the Premiership that overperform their XG. I believe they will get a cold dose of reality, and hopefully we are the first team that inflicted on them. I don't know anything about them in terms of the way they play their tactic or whatever. But usually, I know one thing: when a smaller team meets a team that's superior on paper in quality, they bring to the table execution and hard work. So if we can match, we have to earn the right to
play,
to beat them, to play by at least matching the execution and their hard work, and then we let our quality do the rest. If we roll in thinking that it's just a championship team, we're much better than them, and we're a bit complacent, it can become a banana skin that can turn into something.
And that's what I don't want to happen. Now, obviously, like in terms of how, we have more than enough to beat Hull City. It's just at the end of the day, mentality and just players just doing bozo things. Like, is Luke Shaw just going to have a brain fart moment? Like, it's just stuff like that that's like, you can't always like legislate for. But in terms of like how everything is stacked up, it's like we really should. I wouldn't go as far as to say 3-0, but I wouldn't be surprised if we beat them 3 or 4. I would just conservatively say just a light 2-0 opening day start, and we keep it pushing. But again, we have to be, we have to be on it for 90 minutes and not give them any sniff at all. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be a good indication of Carrick and where he's going to go with this United job as well. Because I feel like the last season he was riding the vibes to the end of the season, and sometimes played some good football, sometimes kind of rode your luck a little bit. Obviously got loads of results, got some momentum. Now this is more his team. It's going to be more his philosophy and his approach. How brave he'll be. Will he keep starting the same old, or will he start trying to do different things with certain players? I'm going to be fascinated, honestly, because I'm completely undecided on whether Carrick will last or not. With Amorim, you kind of felt like the sentence was always there, but with Carrick, I think he's got a real chance of he can really make this job his own. So tomorrow is going to be a big indicator if he can go with his own team and his own philosophy. Get past this whole team, because they'll have a lot of energy, right? It'll be there. It's their first game back at the stadium in the Premier League. The atmosphere will be there. It'll be a tough game in certain aspects, but if you can get an early goal, if you can keep possession, win the duels, I think it's one of those games where you can set the tempo.
Absolutely.
The thing is that last year when we were watching United with Carrick, most of us have the impression that we were freestyling, but we didn't care because our quality was just better in that sense. But this year, freestyle is not gonna guarantee us consistency. So eventually we have to see what Carrick has to show in terms of tactical acumen, his team selection. We already know that he have the man management team on lock, right? So if he starts his first teamers, mostly the veteran, the experienced players, how are they going to respond? And then what kind of tactical adjustment is he going to make? That's what I'm curious about, because quality and freestyle can only take us so far.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it'd be interesting to see who he picks in midfield, and then I think you. What do you guys think to Ahmad, by the way? Because I feel like he had such a real downer of a year last season. Do you guys have him as an automatic starter? Or are you guys happy with him?
I think he redeemed himself in the World Cup. So I feel like for me, I would start him for now at right wing and then have Cunha on the other side and then play Mbumo down the middle. Now, of course, that's subject to change if he doesn't. And this is a big year for him, too, as well, because as much as I like him and I rate him so much, he does have to perform this year, or else, he would have to be moved to the bench. And then someone, Shea Lacey, is a young kid coming up, too, as well. So he can also put pressure potentially on Ahmad to be on his A game. That attack I'm not really worried about, because I feel like for the first time going into a Premier League season, I feel like this is kind of like what the old Manchester United kind of looked like, where it's like we had I know back in the day we played 2 up front, so it was more like 4 or 5 attackers that we had. But now it's like we have close to 6 or 7 attackers across 3 positions. So anyone who's out of form, we could easily replace. Even with Bruno, if Bruno's not even playing well, I mean, you could possibly play Cunha in his position, and then maybe bring on Dorgu or Rashford on the left side. Sesko and Brian can rotate for the 9 position, and then Lacey and Ahmad could rotate for and Mbumo as well could rotate for the right wing. If Xerxes stays, then that's another person too who can compete for the 9 position. So there's a lot of competition in that attack. So I think we should just be good enough to score goals and create chances. It's the other side that I'm concerned about. So.
Yeah, Luwani, what do you think to Ahmad?
No, when it comes to Ahmad, I think Ahmad is hands down our best winger, right? The issue I have with the team is that sometimes we don't give the players enough respite when they have a bad game. As a left back, I play as a left back. As a left back, I'd rather face a right footer, because I know that the right foot winger will go on the outside all the time. I'll give him the outside. But if I'm facing a left footer and he dropped the shoulder on me, he can come back in the inside with his left foot and wrap it. And that's a problem for me. That's hard to defend. So Ahmad on the right is okay for us. The only thing he have to work on, because he's dribbling his little touch, he knows how to engage the defenders and throw them off balance.
His finishing. He needs to work on his finishing.
Exactly. He has to work on his finishing, because that coming inside and shooting, he have it on lock. But it's just he need to work on how to get his not just get it on target, but wrap it the way probably players like Martial used to do, or even if you hit it straight like Greenwood does. You hit.
He can't be predictable. He always goes for the benders. He's got to whip them into the bottom corner. He's got to have different finishes, because defenders, goalkeepers, they already know his game. But people, let's go around, man. What do we think of the score tomorrow? Is there anything to worry about? Luwani said banana skin. What I mean by banana skin, Luwani, is that there's zero pressure on them. Big up to Khalees. This is their manager. He said this. One second. He said this. This is their manager. Somebody say that name properly. I can't say it.
Sergei Yakirovich.
I think it's Sergei
Yakirovich, yeah. He said, we'll try to make a difficult game for Manchester United. Of course, they are the favourites. I can't wait, because I also want to compete with other managers. So, yeah. People, we've still not got 200 likes, and we've been live for nearly an hour and 20 minutes. The least you can do is like the video, subscribe to the channel.
They were predicted to finish bottom, weren't they, in the Championship, because they had a transfer embargo.
Yeah.
So they were predicted to finish 23rd, or
Well, this
whatever
is
it was.
This is
Yes.
it. So they made it, but they're out here now. They're out here. They've signed a
But
lot of
they're
players.
used to the underdog.
They've
They're used
got
to it.
injuries in their defense tomorrow. So what score do we think we reckon, Paul?
Scoreline 2-0. Let's go.
So Luwani?
Yeah, I see a 3-0.
Sorry, guys. 1-1.
Go on. What do you think, Cameron?
1-1. I'm sorry, guys. I'm genuinely. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think I watched a bit of whole last season because I like watching the Championship. They're as a counter-attacking team, they do really well. They've got that guy who used to play for Sheffield United when they came up in the Prem. He's their centre half now. No, but yeah, they got McBurney, who was a handful, and if he gets up against Heaven in isolation, I think Heaven's going to struggle. I think Maguire could deal with him though. But as a back four, Hull can do well. I mean, Millwall, who were one of the best Championship sides, they got slapped around by Hull. So I think if it was at home, if it was Old Trafford, I'd think it'd be an easy one for you guys. But I think away, I really do think it's a tough game. I think it's nothing to compare to what we had tonight. Tonight was an easy game for us because Coventry they were like deer in the headlights. I think if we went to Coventry's place, we'd have struggled. Same thing for you guys. I think if you had them at your place, I think you'd bop them off the park. Tomorrow, it's about handling the atmosphere. It's going to be handling the duel. It's going to be whether you can get the early goal. I think if it's 0-0 close to half time, I think it's going to be a long game. So, I would predict 1-1, maybe 2-1. I'm going to be fair for you guys. I think 2-1 maybe would make sense. But it's like you guys keep saying, it's your defense. I can see Hull scoring quite easily.
That's why.
Wow.
Like I said, that's why I went for a more conservative scoreline and I said 2-0 because I don't think we're going to absolutely like whitewash them. Like we could keep a clean sheet, but it could be one of those like, okay, we score first, the game's all over the place, and then maybe they try to come out and then we just hit them on the counter and we score again. But it's not like we blow them away kind of game. So that's why I said 2-0. It's more of a conservative thing. I don't think we're going to. If we wipe the floor with them, then I'm like, okay, disregard everything I said. But I always look at, like, for me, until United reached peak Sir Alex Ferguson days where I'm like, yeah, cool. I could walk in and be like, yeah, we're beating you. I'm not really going to go overboard with no predictions like that. So it's like, it's 2-0. It's not going to be the easiest game, but.
Luwani, what did you say?
No, I said 3-0 because the momentum.
Same.
Yeah, normally elite team use their preseason as preparation and their first game of the season as momentum builders, which is what Arsenal is doing now. But it looked like we bungled our preparation a little bit. We were all over the place. Some signing came in late. So if I had to say, are we ready for the season now? I'll say no, based on what I've seen and based on our last result, no matter how anybody tried to downplay that. But that means that we are lucky in the sense that we are not getting hard game at the beginning of the season. So the part of the preparation that we missed, we can use this first game to sharpen a little bit our tool and gain some momentum. So 3-0 is the least we can do to build confidence.
Yeah. Wow, Michael Carrick is at late tonight. Bloody hell, the second part of his embargo section must have gone on. He's talking about Santos here, talking about Yuri Tillemans. Yeah, I mean, I expect Manchester United to win tomorrow, people. I'm not gonna no airs, no grace. 3 points. And I expect Manchester United to put on a show. Because what they put on in the last preseason game was fucking embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. Now, it could be, you might be right, Cameron. We might be 3-2. You know what I mean? It could be a high-scoring game. You know
I just look at your guys' back line. Yeah, I don't know how you keep a clean sheet. The only way you keep a clean sheet in my eyes is if you get an early goal. Then you kind of control the game a bit and then probably will tire them out. But if it's 0-0 for a while, it's gonna be a long game, I think. I think they like to play the long ball. They like to get down the wings, which is probably your weakest areas. They don't really like to go centrally. So that's where the biggest their threat's going to come from. They got that Balumi you mentioned, Nora. He's special. Like he's got that Mahrez aspect, that magic. So I think he might have a field day tomorrow. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. That is Balumi.
Balumi, yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
Balumi's a good. By the way, they've got Paddy McNair. Who remembers Paddy McNair, who Van Gaal gave his debut to back in the day? He's injured though. Who's playing for them? The Irish international, Northern Ireland Irish international.
It's also maybe down to how Carrick is trying to approach the game. Remember what he was selling us, or what everybody that claimed they know Carrick ball is selling us. They say it's all about the fullback bombing forward, but we know Luke Shaw is not bombing anywhere. That we know. So if by any magic he forced Luke Shaw to go forward, and then Mazraoui tried to do his a little inverted thing. You know, if it's inverted or is not. We see what Califiori was doing last time. That's proper inverting. Now, if we got those two situations, now you get stuck with a back two of who? Who? Is it Maguire, Lisandro? Because we saw what also happened to Lisandro last time when that ball went over the top. He couldn't keep up with Loftus-Cheek in the foot race. So
Maguire Martinez, that's a disastrous partnership. I just can't. It's a disastrous partnership.
Yo, listen, Paul. We gotta be fair. That was Martinez's first game back in preseason. Harry Maguire's got no excuse. Harry Maguire's played and trained every minute of the preseason.
But even long term, I still you know my thing with Martinez, right? I'm indifferent about Martinez because it's like I don't hate the guy. I don't think he's a bad player. I mean, he has, of course, his biggest attributes is his technical ability on the ball. But I just don't feel like what he offers us, and this is just to me, maybe some other people might see it differently. I don't think his best attributes are what we need in that position. And that's why, for me, if a good offer came in for Martinez, I'd get rid and get a new center back because it's like he can't really win duels. It's not really quick. You know, he gets beaten a foot race by Loftus-Cheek, who, you know, we mocked and said he was finished. And I mean, look at how he dunked on him, you know. So I feel like whilst Martinez has his best attributes, I just don't think that it's really much of an asset to how we want to play as a team. And that's why I said for me, Heaven, and that's why I'm banking hopefully on Heaven to have this big season because he's been in the Premier League now for 2 years. So hopefully, you know, he can
DJ Paul, that's what you're thinking. You see, Carrick, we don't know what his mindset is. We don't know if he's willing to compromise his loyalty to the veteran for the sake of his principle. We know by his principle, Maguire and Lisandro cannot play. Lisandro cannot defend the flanks. The fullback are going to bump forward. That's how the way he likes to play, right? But Lisandro cannot defend the flank. Maguire is too slow on the turn. So we're more susceptible to be hit in transition, especially when we're committing a lot of men forward and we're trying to keep the ball in the final third. We are prone to make more mistake and more prone to the counter. So technically, by that principle, Maguire and Lisandro are not the right fit, but Carrick is loyal to his veterans, and I don't see him compromising that loyalty for his principle.
Well, this is where hopefully Baleba maybe could come in and maybe be of use to us, because if we push up high and then we get countered on, we need somebody who at least could cover as much ground and who's quick across the pitch to sort of like get back quickly to help the defense.
DJ Paul, I promise you, if we commit that many people forward, even Baleba on Compound V cannot defend the whole pitch.
And that's why I told you with Martinez, I'm just like, for me, if an offer came in for like 35 million right now, I'd get rid, because I'm just like, I don't see the point of this guy. Because it's like
35 million. Wow.
35 million.
Even in today's market, no one's paying that.
35 million, I get rid. 35 million, I get rid. I don't see the use of Martinez in this team.
Yeah, he's not suited to the Premier League, I don't think. Not what it is now, anyway.
If my midfielder was playing like Martinez, I'd be gassed.
I'll just say this. Listen, I'm not having Martinez slander. I think he's been injury prone, but he's our best player, man. He's our best.
The vegan butcher.
Areas, man.
I don't know.
He is, man.
Wow.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm not having slander when we got like Shaw. When I've got the likes of Shaw and Harry Maguire, mate.
No. Shaw's a special case. Shaw's a special case. I get it.
Maguire's a special case.
I mean, yeah, you could say that too. For me, I get rid of all three, but I get in terms of like who to get rid of first. Definitely, I get rid of Shaw first. But Martinez, I'm just being like from an objective point of view, I just don't, because he's a center back. That's why I'm more critical of him. If he was actually a defensive midfielder playing like this, I would have been like, yo, you're fine, because you have all the right attributes I need for a midfielder. But for a center back who's actually like, I need you to be rock solid, you know, and to win duels and stuff like that, I just don't see it, you know. He's playing at center back like he's Tielemans, you know.
Let me ask you guys this, actually. Nura, I thought of this when I actually saw the game. Did you guys feel like Amram got his licks back when he beat you guys?
Yeah, he
seemed so happy.
Yo, he dunked on us, man. For a preseason game, yeah, he dunked on us.
He'll get fired. He'll get fired in the season. I hate that guy.
Listen, we got dunked on. I was gonna say about Ahmad. Listen, this is a big season for Ahmad. Huge season for a lot of players who are in this team, man. But people, let's get into listen. So we got the scores. People, please let me know about the scores. What do you think tomorrow's game is going to be the score? Like I said, I've never been more excited about a season than I am about this season for Manchester United. Honestly, I'm super excited about what's going to happen this season. 10 new managers in the Premier League. 10 new coaches in the Premier League for the first time in its history. I mean, it's crazy. If Michael Carrick sees the end of the season, next season, he might be, after Arteta, he might be one of the only highest, you know what I mean? Most longevity, longest manager if he keeps his job till next season.
Yeah, if him and De Zerbi keep their jobs till the end of the season, they'd be this. Carrick would be the second, and De Zerbi would be the third.
That's crazy.
Oldest manager in the league.
Madness.
Yeah, I mean,
are we not getting a bit emotional over Lisandro Martinez because he is a good distributor. He's unique in that sense, but we have also been witness to the fact that he was burned on the wing. Every time the ball goes wide, he's burnt. So don't you think that as an opposing coach, you have all that United, you know that United have all that quality in their team. You're going to eventually target the weakness.
Target him, exactly.
And that's what we are worried about. One is okay, maybe you have a cover, but you don't want one player to tell the whole play you want to do. Everything is all about assignment when you're progressing the ball. When you have an assignment for your single pivot or I don't know who you're going to play in the single pivot, whether it's Baleba or whether it's Andre Santos. You have an assignment for
Santos and Tielemans sometimes.
So if it's Santos or Tielemans, regardless, when we're progressing the ball, we commit the numbers for it. It's going to be a single pivot. And you want to run that single pivot ragged by having him go left and right. Normally, you see Arsenal play with 2 8s, right? They play with Odegaard and Bruno Guimaraes. And it's balanced. But how are we going to play with a single one person there if we lose the ball frontward? You have to expect your defenders to be able to defend 1v1. And that is one thing he does not excel at. And that's why we worry. If it's only him, maybe we can compensate. But him and Maguire, I don't know how this is going to
I don't know. This is why I look at the De Ligt situation, and I just really sometimes it's such an unfortunate situation because this guy, honestly, I don't think we would have been talking about center backs like that if he was fit, because I'm just like, okay, cool. You get De Ligt there, and then whoever you then want to pair with De Ligt, whether it be Martinez, Heaven, or who else, Euro, or Maguire, even though that Maguire partnership with De Ligt is a little suspect too. But De Ligt just being there, that really would have helped our defense a lot. And it just, for me, I just hope to God that he could play at least a good chunk of the season, because then all of these issues that we talk about wouldn't necessarily exist if he's in and around the team. Because I feel like these issues persist more because we're talking about Maguire and Martinez. Too slow. Okay, cool. If we bring in Aiden Heaven might not be experienced. Euro is probably the same.
Euro's right back tomorrow. Euro's playing right back tomorrow. Don't worry.
Wow.
Well.
Euro's the new right back, man. Let me just get this super chat. Big up. Nura. Who's this here? Semi. Says here, Nura, we need the shades. You're a man of your word. Nah, bro. Manchester United needs six signings, bro. We've only signed 3. When they get the 6 signings, I'll put the shades on, bro.
What about if you get rid of Shaw, Mount, and Maguire? Would you put the shades on?
Oh, 100%. Shades are coming out, man. Get rid of Mount. Shades are out. Shades are staying on.
If we get rid of Mason Mount, that I would give that's the biggest props from Ineos. I would.
Yo, I'm telling you, shades are staying on.
Mount,
Imagine we just,
bro. You told me Mount to Coventry on deadline day. I'm like, yo, that's
shades are staying on, man, for the season.
Imagine, right? We just revamp our midfield. It's not even depth. We revamp it, we balance it, only to find out, I'm thinking right now, that our whole back line is actually trash.
100%.
Our whole back line, including De Ligt. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting him anytime soon as well. It's going to be interesting to see what he does running around. Is his back ever going to be the same?
Yeah.
With back injuries, players are never the same. Listen, people, keep smashing the likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Right. I'm going to go to Cameron first. Cameron, I need you to give me your top 6 in the Premier League come May. You can be revised. You can come back to when the transfer window closes, and then we can have a look at it again, okay? It can be revised in 2 weeks' time, right? So this is going to be just revised. So Paul, you need to be there. Luani, you need to be there. Cameron, you need to be there, okay? In 2 weeks' time. Yeah. But as far as it stands right now, tell me your top 6 in the Premier League. Top 6 the Premier League.
All right. Unbiasedly, Arsenal are going to win the league. We're going to retain the title.
Champions League.
Champions again. The champions again. Second, wow. Second, I'm going to go for Man United.
Woo!
I'm going to go for Man United. Yeah.
Wow. Even though you're saying our defense is trash.
I look at everybody else and I just don't see where the competition is going to come from. At least with Carrick, I saw you guys get loads of results last year towards the back end. I think what he did was a miracle, actually. If you can keep that miracle going.
Miracles run out though, bro. The problem
they do run out. Yeah, but maybe it won't last. But I think you might come second, but it might be one of those second places where it's not really second because everyone else is so bad.
I hope that's not the case. I hate those second place finishes.
I've had many of them as an Arsenal
15
fan.
15 points behind, and I'm just like, man, you might as well just I hate those.
I think third place, I'm going to give it to Liverpool. I think Iriola's obviously he's got the Premier League experience. That's probably one of the most talented teams. And I think he'll get a good portion out of him, but I don't know if he's going to start well. Sneaking in at fourth, I think City. I think they'll get fourth, but I think Maresca won't last. I just think they're also losing players left, right, and centre. Fifth, I'm going to go with Aston Villa. I don't know why people keep writing them off. I know they've lost some players, but they've still got a quality squad. And Emery's the great pragmatist, as you said, Nuruddin, before. He gets the best out of his team and the best out of his players. And I think he'll continue to do that. And then for 6, sure, give it Chelsea. Why not? I mean, I don't really know. I'm not really two where who I think could finish sixth, but I think Chelsea, why not? But yeah, I don't think Spurs can do anything.
Okay, give me your top four then. Forget the six, your top four.
There's Arsenal, United, Liverpool, City.
Okay. Go ahead, DJ Paul. I need you to give me your top six and top four.
I'll start from six. I think six. I'll put Spurs in six. I think they strengthened a fair bit, but I don't think they're going to click to the point where they're going to break into the top four. Fifth for me, with all due respect, Liverpool. The Liverpool gas. I'm not seeing it. I'm sorry. I'm not seeing the Liverpool gas. I mean, I know a lot of people talk about Areola in hypotheticals, and yes, he's a good manager. I get it, but I look at that Liverpool squad, and I'm just like their depth is. I mean, we complain about ours, but I'm just like theirs is of grave concern. 3 left wingers. Their only right winger is Chiesa, and we don't even know if Gakpo is going to go. So if he goes, they need a backup striker because Ekitike's out. Then they need a DM as well. Potentially, maybe they might need a backup. Is it right back? Because if Frimpong gets injured, and Frimpong's not really that great either, you're playing Szoboszlai at right back. So there are a couple of areas where they need to sign players. About 4 or 5 signings they need to make before the signing ends. I don't see Areola as this great magician that's just going to plug in all the holes to fill, to get them up the table. So I think for me, fifth. If they make signings, that could change. But fifth. Fourth, I give it to Chelsea. I think Chelsea have strengthened in attack. I think their attack could get them up the pitch. Fourth. Third, I'd say Man United for third. I feel like we, of course, haven't gone all out this summer window, guns blazing, but I think we've done, enough to stabilize in that position. So I'd say third. City second, but honestly, that second place is not really like Cameron said, that's like, they're going to be anywhere near Arsenal. I think that second place is like, you're kind of like the best of a bad bunch. And to be honest with you, the second is kind of really hanging my thread because they need to also go out and make a lot of signings too before the transfer window closes. So, yeah. And then, of course, Arsenal first, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Big up the
Where did you finish again? So you finished Spurs? Who was it?
Spurs 6.
Spurs 6.
6 was Liverpool.
Liverpool. 4.
Yeah. Chelsea.
Was Chelsea. Third, United.
United, yeah.
Second, City.
Second, yeah.
And Arsenal first. Okay. Go ahead, Luwani. These can be revised, by the way, when the window closes. Can be revised.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, the first is Arsenal is the team to beat. They will be the first because you can see already they playing mid-season football, and it looked like the season never ended for them. The 2 acquisition they have in Guimaraes and the winger, the left winger, they already almost seamlessly integrated. You don't see any laid off at all. So they're scary. As you look at their bench last time, you still see people like Declan Rice on the bench and players for them like Eze. Honestly, the depth is insane at that level. And they don't even need that depth because their execution is always top notch. But now they have depth to go with it. So they will be first. They will be the team to beat. Now City will be second because I know they lost against Arsenal and they didn't look good. But even in that game, you can see they had their moment. They botched a bit their finishing, but they still have a world-class striker. And I believe the quality that City have will allow to compensate for the growing pains of Maresca. And let's not forget that Maresca is not a slouch. He's a Premier League proven manager. He came from Chelsea. So he have that experience already. And I don't think that the gap will be the gap between his the application of his principle will be too much compared to the quality that they have. They will find the balance really quick, and they will be able to put a string of game together. Hopefully, put the pressure on Arsenal. So it's 1 and 2, 1 Arsenal, 2 City for me. Now the third one is where I am shifting a bit between Chelsea and United, because both teams are like dark horses. We don't know exactly what Alonso is cooking on that side. All we know is, if you look at the Chelsea's team, they're probably one of the most complete and dangerous team that on paper, with the addition of Morgan Rogers and already Cole Palmer in those 210, is perfect for that system. They have a bona fide striker in Pedro, Joao Pedro. So you can say that for that system, they're already set. They actually upgrade. Actually, their midfield has never been an issue. So with the space that the wing backs will give, their wing back will open up the game with that system, and with the space that their midfielders will have because of the way they will deploy their wing back, I think you will see Enzo, Lavia, and Cancedo have a lot of joy. So that's one of the team that I'm worried will surprise us. But then again, you compare that to us, United. We are also well set. We have quality in our team, demonstrated by the run that we put together last year. The real question is now, what is Carrick bringing to the table in terms of tactical acumen to add to the individuality that we clearly saw that we can display on our run last year. So that's 1, 2, third and fourth can be between United and Chelsea. And yes, I agree with you. I know for Liverpool, Iraola, which is he's been touted as a team that like his team to run. You can look at Liverpool and they are past, and they have a culture of hardworking team. You can look at it as a perfect match, but I believe there's still a lot of work to be done there because it's a full rebuild. Salah is gone. Some of their veterans are not of their prime. I'm talking about Van Dijk and Konate. I think they're going to struggle a bit more than we think.
Yeah. I think Spurs could have a fantastic season. Big up to Sean. Sean, how you doing?
Big up, guys. I'm okay. Season is starting. Looking forward to watching United tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:30 in the morning for you. Yeah.
Yep.
God, yeah. That's crazy. By the way, you and DJ Paul need to hook up, man, because you both live in LA. So you need to watch the game together, maybe. We should meet up, watch the game. I don't know what part of LA you're in, Sean. What part of LA are you in?
I'm in the Bay Area.
No, Bay Area is not LA. So
yeah.
he's like a good 5 hours north.
Exactly.
What?
For me,
Nearly mixes up the.
Yeah.
Is that Oakland?
Bay Area is San Francisco.
Exactly, Oakland. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're in Oakland. Sorry.
San Jose.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I don't know how big California is, man.
It's quite big. It's quite big.
California is as big as the entire East Coast. So if you combine like the states of Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York State, New Jersey, Delaware, Vermont, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Like, I think California is still bigger than all those states.
Boy, California it's their own country. It's a country by itself. Damn. Yo, big up, man. Big up. So, 5 hours away. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I think maybe I might be in a flight closer to you. Not closer, but you know.
Yeah, you could definitely say that.
I might as well come to you and watch the game.
It's 5 hours from like driving, but if you take a flight, it's like 55 minutes to an hour. Because I've taken a flight from LA to San Francisco. It's only an hour. So.
Okay. So Sean, tomorrow you excited? Yeah,
very much so.
What's the score going to be tomorrow? You're happy with Baleba? Obviously, Baleba's through the door now. Apparently,
fantastic signing, man. I think for me, all eyes are on Carrick. As far as I'm concerned, we have a very robust squad.
What about the left back? The defense.
I mean, when I think, yeah. So when I'm thinking about the defenders, I count Maguire, I count Martinez, Delete, Lenny Yoro, Aiden Heaven. I'm not expecting United to win the league, right? So as far as I'm concerned, our defense is good enough to meet my expectations, which is another Champions League qualification. That's what I'm expecting from this team, and I think our team is good enough to do just that. I think Carrick has been backed. As far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely no excuse for tomorrow's game. We should do what Arsenal did today. To me, that's the standard. We should give Hall a rude welcome back to the Premier League. There's a massive gap in quality between both teams, so there's really no excuse for the team to not go out and just destroy them. So, I'm gonna go with a 3-0 victory. Basically, we have to keep up the pace with Arsenal starting today.
Disagree with you. I don't think Carrick's been backed. I totally disagree with you. We said Manchester United needed 6 players at least. At the moment, we're only +1.
Not we. You said, right? So we disagree.
I think Luane agreed. I think DJ Paul would agree. I think Jarvis would agree. I think we said we needed options off the bench. So I don't think Carrick's been back.
I mean, when I look at our team, we do have options on the bench. On the right back side, we have Dalot and Mazraoui. In defense, we have Maguire, Martinez, Delete, Delete, Euro, Heaven.
And are these players
left back
good enough?
Yeah, so that's a different conversation, right? And it's totally subjective because it's a different conversation because I think the quality is there. So we disagree about that, right? It's a different conversation entirely.
So you think our defense is quality? You think the defense?
I think our defense is good enough for another top 4 finish. Absolutely. I think our defense is good enough for another top 4 finish. I'm not trying to win the league next year. That needs to be clear, right? So if you're talking about good enough for what? Is the question. If you say good enough to qualify for Champions League again, absolutely. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be because we're there now with the defense. So Carrick has been backed, in my opinion. He has been given, for less than 150 million, he has been given 3 Premier League midfielders, quality, each of them. We have a very robust attack. There's Rashford and Cunha and Dorgo on the left, Ahmad and Mbeumo on the right. It could be Sesko up front or Mbeumo up front, or Xerxes up front, or Gupe Rashford. In midfield, he has so many options. So, I think Carrick should be feeling confident. I think United fans should be feeling confident. I know there's a tendency among the fan base basically to be just, pessimistic for sports. But from where I stand, I think the club is in a strong position. And I really back Carrick basically to succeed.
What I would agree with you is,
go ahead.
No, what I do agree with Sean is that I think in terms of depth, attack wise, midfield wise, there are options there. Defensively is where I might slightly disagree with you because while we do have bodies there, I don't know if they're of top level quality. But then again, I don't see us winning the league either. So if it's to stabilize and to finish 3rd, 4th, we could get away with it. I get, but that's not really. I wouldn't really say has depth to me in that central defense area. I just feel like we just have bodies there, so it depends. But I do feel like we do have the squad generally now is kind of taking shape. It's kind of taking shape, and I feel like Carrick does kind of have a little bit of tools to work with this season, at least for top 4. If we were winning the league, if we were to challenge for the league with this squad, I'd be like, yeah, this is not a good squad for any league campaign. But for stabilizing in the top 4, yeah, why not? But yeah, only time will tell.
Yeah, big up. Yeah, big up. Sean, can you tell me your top 6, please? Your top 6, how to finish. Who's going to be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th? You think so far?
Yeah, I mean,
we'll be revised in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but it looks like Arsenal are going to do back to back.
You happy for your dad, brother?
Nope, I'm not. But I think it's going to be Arsenal. Then I back United basically to be 2nd because, as you know, this year there hasn't been a team better than Carrick's United in the year 2026, and I'm looking for that run basically to continue. So I back us basically to be second. Third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, really, it's anybody's game. I think, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, I'd count them as somebody that could, have a good season. And I think we're going to get one surprise this year. I don't know whether it's from Villa or Everton, or somebody else, but I
Brentford, it
think
could be Brentford.
it could be Brentford, right?
They get their team.
So top three. I mean, I don't really rate Maresca. I don't rate Maresca and his adventures at City. I think the pressure is going to be too much for him. I was really disappointed with what I saw against Arsenal, Man City. So I don't really, think they have good prospects for the season. I think they're going to run into a lot of trouble. And Maresca is not going to be. He doesn't have the reputation or the legacy like Pep. So I don't think he's going to get as much respect or grace basically as Pep did. So I think if City actually get into the top six, they're probably going to be, fourth, fifth, or even sixth. So Arsenal, United, I think Liverpool third, Chelsea fourth, Spurs fifth, and Man City sixth.
Interesting.
Just wanted to go back to what Sean said about the fact that Sean, you said that our defense is good enough subjectively to win, to make top four. That's what you said. So if we base that on last year's performance, right? When we look at the run we went on last year with Carrick, do you think we made that top four because of our defense or because of the individual brilliance that we have up front?
I mean, I think it's only a matter of time that the individual brilliance canard came back, right? I think all the above, Luani. I think we saw exceptional defensive performances from Luke Shaw last season, who for the first time in almost a decade basically was fit for more than 20 games. I think this last season basically was the final turn of Maguire's revival as a United player, right? He started off on a high, had a big crash, and then last season basically I think also had a good showing. Last year was Heaven's year. Aid in Heaven was when he stepped up. So again, we don't have Van Dijk, we don't have Gabriel or Saliba, right? In our team, we don't have Ruben Diaz. But I think United fans, in my opinion, really don't have a clear assessment of the quality of this team. I think we have a good enough team to be in the top four. You don't have to have a Premier League winning defense, to be in the top four. And you don't have to count only your defenders, basically, when you're thinking about how a team defends. We have good players, I think, quality players in the squad. And I think we're good enough to be top four.
Fair enough.
Okay, big up to my brother. He says, House getting 3 midfielders are backing. And it's only +1, by the way. We only signed one more.
But I think this is a perfect example of what I'm saying. That like United fans, right? The posture, basically, it's a fad. You're pessimistic for sports. So the only thing that would please us is when
pessimistic. We've not even flipped the title for 14 years and counting. What are you talking about, Sean?
No, I understand.
The level of delusion that you talk about is unbelievable.
Manchester
United were the prime team in the Premier League history. We've won 13 more than other teams.
Take it to the bank.
Years we've been, when we were second, we were something like 12 points, 13 points behind. Then the second time we finished second, we were 20 points behind Man City. It was embarrassing, right? So what are we talking about here? You're asking fans who were used to competing in the Champions League, in the league for up to 20-something years, all of a sudden, for 13-year gap, and you want them to be optimistic for what? I'm
asking people to have normal.
The same delusion that you're talking about that we have.
Sure.
You have the same delusion and optimistic, toxic positivity.
Honestly,
it's like we're in two different worlds.
We are.
You're in Jupiter. We're on planet Earth with our feet on the ground.
That is the case. Definitely, we disagree, right? And I think that's fine.
We're not even close. We're in two different worlds, two different universes.
Yeah, because because I don't find fun in stating the obvious, right? You're telling me that we haven't won the league in 12 years. No shit,
We've
right?
not even come close.
Okay.
We've not even come close.
No, right. And I'm saying like you and all the other righteous United fans, right, can get together and congratulate yourselves. Yes, you have the highest standards in the world, right? And so the only posture to have when you're talking about United is one of indignation. So you're fine to have that view, right? I like football. I like watching football. Watching Man United makes me happy. So I look forward to the season, right? I really enjoyed all the goals we were scoring last year. Cunha, Bruno. It was fun, right? We were making videos, we were making clips. Every new week it was a new format that we were dropping for the fans, basically. So I'm looking forward to more and more 3 points, right? And every time we win, you and Luwani and all the other fans, when we keep winning and putting 3 points on the board, you can get together and talk about how the disaster is just around the corner. That is allowed too. We do it all the time.
38 games last season we played. I think 40 games we played altogether. The lowest in 100 years. 100 years of Manchester United history. It'll be 150 years in 2028.
So tear your garments now. Let's tear your garments. Throw on ashes. Throw on ashes and wail.
Sean, you finished 16th.
Wail and gnash your teeth.
Sean, you finished 16th. Was it 16th? Yeah, 16th,
isn't this the Arsenal fan? Isn't this the Arsenal fan? That you welcome me to I missed?
I stated a fact. Look how I state a fact, and he pivots. He pivots to all this other place.
I mean, I watched Arsenal fans be fine with coming 8th back to back. Arteta came based.
Sean, say Arsenal as many times as you like.
Yes.
To make yourself feel better.
I watched you guys.
Doesn't change the fact that you lost to Andy Postecoglou in the
8th positions.
Final.
You came 8th twice in a row. Your manager came 8th twice in a row. Then 5th the year after. And you were patient. Okay, so keep quiet and let United fans be patient. Let United fans build.
Let
us have our
build
recovery
what?
time
You
to build.
Maguire and Shaw. Build what? Mason Mount. What are you talking about, man?
That's what I'm saying. So like, there's nothing here that's a surprise, right? We get together and we have this disagreement, but I'm not going to listen to an Arsenal fan tell me after they just won 3-0, after they just won 3-0, and after they were in the wilderness basically for 20 years. This is their first trophy in 22 years. And I'm supposed to be listening to them.
Agenda. Cameron does not show he has an agenda. He's actually quite critical of Arsenal and Arteta.
I'm very critical of our football and the context. Context matters more as much as scorelines do. How we play matters.
Because in 2026 with the internet, everybody is a pundit, right?
It's always been the same. It's always that's why you used to have the corner. You used to have the block where you chat football with them with the brothers after you come back from the game. Some of them watch TV. Some of them
it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same because back in the day, right? We were just fans. Back in the day, we were just Back in the days, we were just fans. We were just fans back in the day. Now everybody's a tactician. Everybody's a tactician. Everybody's a financial analyst. Everybody's an investment banker, right? Everybody's a media analyst.
I wish I didn't have to be an investment banker.
Exactly. No, exactly. We're all armchair experts now. That is what it's 2026. I can't believe that I'm having to defend being optimistic about Manchester United season to Manchester United fans. That's where we are. That's where we are in 2026.
You're making factually false claims like Carrick's been backed. How has he been backed?
I'm sorry. That's a ridiculous thing to say. So how do we assess the facts of the matter? It's back not subjective. Is back not a subjective thing?
Define what backing means.
Exactly. Like what are we talking about?
I do think, and this is why I kind of agree with Sean. I do think we've addressed.
What right, people? Paul is the IDL.
I'm not IDL, but this is. I'm like when we came into the transfer window, what positions did we say we needed? 3 midfielders.
A left back
today
a
now.
A second striker.
A center back.
6 players.
Did we say? In my list, I didn't really say striker, but
like everybody speak for themselves.
The midfielder, left back, center back.
No, then you see what's going on with this West Coast guy. You can't trust them. When push comes to shove, they will just stick together.
I'm just saying, in terms of the positions we've addressed our midfield. Hopefully, we address our left back. Now, the center back part is the part that I'm, I've stressed that I'm not comfortable with going into the season. But as it stands now, I do think Carrick has more than enough tools not to win the league. I want to state that. Not to win the league, but to stabilize in the position where we are. Because I feel like for now, I don't think we're equipped to go.
Do you know that, Paul? Paul, do you know that we're good? But hopefully, if it's a decent season, we're going to play 60 games this season. 20 more games than what we played last year. Do you know we're going to be flying here and everywhere? Because I think we're going to do well in the Champions League. I'm actually predicting that we're going to do well because Premier League teams will do well in the Champions League because the rest of Europe does not play the physicality and the intensity which the Premier League plays. And that's why you had Spurs finishing 17th last season, but we're. Yeah, they got out of the league stage quite easily. Let me just get this Adewale super chat. Adewale says, I don't blame Sean. I have this argument with my Nigerian brothers. A lot of them just accept the way the owners have run the club and expect others just to go get on board and support whatever. Yes, Adewale. And whatever we get.
After I collected my check from Ineos, right? Ineos pays me. They pay me every month. Essentially to support them. So I collected the check and we plan to demoralize United fans.
Let me just get this.
Yeah.
How is getting 3 midfielders backing? Other clubs are signing 6+ players. I don't know how Ineos have gotten the fans to accept such a stance. Yeah, bro, listen.
I mean, it's a free world, right? I think, we're making fun of Man City fans. A lot of the Man City fans now are former Arsenal fans. You guys are free. If you really like the way Man City is moving in the market or Chelsea, go and support the other clubs. Like,
no, we don't.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying with context. Shout out to Adewale. I know he's David O's older
big
brother.
Up Flawless, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Flawless as well. I'm going to be on soon.
Yo, Flawless, are you live now? Are you going live now, or are you being live? When are you going live?
I think he's going live in a few minutes.
Okay, cool. I'll send them over, King. I'll send them over.
Yeah, but where I do when he said 3 midfielders and he said other clubs are getting 6. I mean, the clubs that are getting 6, I believe that's what Tottenham. I feel like Tottenham needed to do more work than most clubs in the Big 6 anyway because of their dire situation for the last 2 years.
They had 11 players, first-team players out injured last season, the past 2 seasons.
I hear that, but for them, it came to more of like a desperation thing. If United finished 17th back-to-back twice, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like listen. That player, if you told me Mente was available for 100 million and we needed Mente, and I don't rate Mente, I'm like, listen, spend the money because we're in such a desperate situation right now that we need players, as many players as we can, to get us back to at least top half, maybe 5th, 6th, or whatever. So that's kind of the situation Tottenham are in. Yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily use that as a lens for Manchester United, but
I 100% agree. I think Sean actually made a good point about this whole backing thing. It's very subjective. For me, as far as a United fan, the whole barometer of whether Carrick has backing is if you get rid of the Maguire, Shaw, Mount trifecta. Get rid of them by hook or by crook. If you have to pay a certain percent of their wages while they go, whatever you have to do to get them off the books and out of the dressing room, that's real backing. Clean house, start fresh. Because why you still got them? You're not really starting fresh. It's the same old culture still. So I that's one thing I just want to say. Like what you say about 6 players, 5 players, whatever. I don't agree with that. Like I what you're saying is right. I feel so. Everything's different. So, and you had a good the back end of last season was good. It was positive. But for me, you still got the same old faces, same old players. Like time to refresh, build a new dressing room, and see where you can go. Because that's what we did, right? Aubameyang, Arteta didn't want Aubameyang. And the board backed him 100% and said, okay, you don't want him. He's our top goal scorer. Probably was our best player.
Lacazette
as well. Yeah, these guys were like...
To what Sean said. Sean is...
Let me just get the super chat. By the way, just waffling. I know usually Cameron is not one of those deluded Arsenal fans. He's quite objective, actually. Just Sean's right about the Arsenal lad. Gunners love to lecture about Prem like they're the first to achieve everything. Start with going back to back, then come back and address your big bros. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you see the start of it, I was singing at him. I've been singing at him, so it is what it is. Listen, the banter is there, but he's not. That Cameron is not. Do you think I could ever invite a deluded gunner into this into the channel?
It's not lecturing anybody. Yeah, I wouldn't like to say I'm lecturing. It's more just.
He's not a guy. Listen, Cameron is a football fan, and he's quite critical of what's happening.
And if you heard my opinions on other clubs, trust me, compared to them, I'm a big United fan. I think you guys are an institution in world football, and I've always looked up to United for a long time. So it does pain me to see what's happened in the last few years. Clubs like City, Chelsea, they're disgusting to me. They're like, look at what
they bought it. Yeah, they bought it. Yeah, they bought the league. Yeah. They know 115. If you know City fans. Listen, let me just give you quickly, Luani. Let me give you just. You can have the last thing. Let me just give you my my top 6. I think Arsenal clear away. I think City are going to finish second. I think if United sign a left back, a centre half, and a striker. Because apparently Xerxes is going to Villa tonight. That's the rumours. Villa are asking about Xerxes. So if they sign the other 3 players, I think Manchester United could finish third. 4th would be... So Arsenal 1, City 2nd. The reason... Listen, let me just say this about it. So City, this is the most dysfunctional season in the City's recent history under this ownership.
They look all over.
It's the most dysfunctional. I have never seen City not ready for a season like they are right this moment. They are not ready for the season. They are not ready for the season, City. But they have that thing. Majority of the players have won a league. They've challenged. They've gone late in the Champions League. They know how to win games. And they've got Haaland. Now, we don't know how Maresca is going to play. Some people don't rate Maresca. Some people rate Maresca. But in terms of what's happening with Maresca, is that I think Haaland, if he gets the ball to Haaland, Haaland will bang. If the team becomes about Haaland and he gets to somebody out wide who can get the ball into him, and they've still got Dogu, they've still got decent players. They've got Donnarumma, Shaqirian loves him. So they've got the spine. There is a bit of a spine. Obviously, Elliot Anderson, who I rate, I think he's worth 100 million, me personally, right? In these prices, he's worth 100 million. But Rodri and Pep Guardiola are a huge miss.
Huge
I cannot overstate that. Rodri is like Pep on the football pitch. That to me is a huge miss. So I'm just putting them second because they've been second in the last couple of years. That's the only reason why I'm putting them second, right? Yeah. Because they have a prior history. They've got form, finishing second. And at times, even when Rodri was injured, but Pep was there, wasn't he? They were finishing second. Right? There's still time to go in the window. Liverpool, that's the club I don't know about because Iriola, do I think the squad is big enough? Like you said, they've got so many wingers on this side. So I'll go Arsenal first, City second, United third if we sign the 3 players we need. And then it is, for me, it's Chelsea. Even though I think Chelsea could finish higher because I do rate Alonso as a coach. What he did in Germany with a Bayer Leverkusen team going unbeaten was unbelievable. It was absolutely unbelievable. Now, the Premier League's a different kettle of fish, and it's brought in 6 or 7 players. Now, how quickly can they settle into the system? That's the question mark. So everybody's got a question mark over them. United's defense, City not being prepared, Liverpool not being prepared in terms of the balance in their team. Spurs, for me, if winning the transfer window we got you a position, Spurs have won the transfer window. If they sign Marmoush, then they are going to be in the reckoning.
What do you make to 75 million for Savino, though? 2 goals.
Listen, at the end of the day, City and Chelsea sell players for those prices. Like I said, I think Chelsea do an Epstein level kind of skullduggery. I think
apparently the Savino 75 million apparently it's to get around the profit that Bayer Leverkusen?
Because Marmoush has a sell on I think of 50%.
Exactly. So they're gonna buy him at the fee that City bought him for, so they don't have to pay any percentages on the profit.
But it's some dodgy dealings that are going on.
It's very dodgy, it's disgusting.
That sounds very brown paper baggage.
People, we need 250
I
likes.
don't understand where the righteousness is coming from here. You guys want United to spend 100 million here, 200 million there, and you think there's not going to be any dodgy dealing to make that happen, right? It's all supposed to be just above the board transaction. We just write the check. Who do you know that has 100 million basically to just give away?
But
of course you have to do some dodgy shit.
Of course, listen, but what I'm saying about City are price. They've got 111 charges, 115 charges, Sean. That's what we're saying. That's what we're hinting at. I don't know if you got that, but that's what we're hinting at. Is dodginess. Sure. And we know Chelsea are dodgy because Chelsea start paying 10 million fines every other season. Because they're like, oh, we did this. We came forward and they pay the fee. But United, I'm not seeing anything being alleged. When United were actually too stupid to fucking cheat.
When United were at our
cheat, that's what
when United were at our pinnacle, right? People used to complain that the referees were afraid of Fergie. I think if a club is a big club, if you have muscle, you throw that muscle around anywhere that you have the muscle. Basically,
well, we've not thrown. You know what we've thrown? Fucking paper sachets. That's what we've been throwing for the past fucking 13, 14 years.
We don't. I mean, we don't have the resources, right? The club is just not set up in the same way that these other clubs are. Man City is backed by basically the global oil market, right? They're backed by an endless supply of wealth. And then Chelsea is backed by an American venture capital fund, private equity, right? The way they do business is not the same way. Chelsea is a balance sheet masquerading as a football club. They're not really an entity. All they have are assets basically on the book. So, I think I'm just saying this to point out that like United can't move the way these other clubs move in the market. And I hope that puts into context why I, as a United fan, I'm okay with the midfield signings that we have, for example.
Because I live on planet Earth. Well, that's why. How did Brentford and Brighton get around it then? Like you can still scout well, spend well, and build.
Yes, but then you have to layer in all the qualitative factors, right? That is much easier and less at stake to play for Brentford and Brighton than it is to wear the United shirts.
If you go on recent finishes in the league,
banter aside, right? Banter aside, I think nobody would argue that it's more pressure to play for United than Brentford. I don't really think that's an argument.
100%.
We're not saying that, but you literally tanked 2 seasons
Sean.
ago.
Sorry, Sean. People like you have absolutely dragged the standards to the floor. I don't think about the pressure anymore. Trust me. The way you guys talk.
I mean,
we accept everything. Yeah,
no, but this is another canard now, right? This is another like kind of like what would I even call it? Like the idea that I'm accepting it, right? Because
you accepted it, bro.
No, but you're somebody who doesn't mind seeing the club relegated if it means exactly right. Like so, like we're not
burn it all down, bro.
Right.
What you are.
No, right. Okay.
You want me to suffer by listen. 1,000 cots.
I think we are telling on ourselves. Go ahead. Tell me why relegation is justified, basically.
I'm like, get it over and done with. Take me out. That's what I'm saying to you.
Sean,
I disagree.
I don't want 1,000 cots. Go ahead, Luwani.
No, Sean, I have to agree with Noodin at the point. You have to start looking at the people who own the club. I say there's only two kind of millionaire or billionaire. They are the one that want to squeeze their asset, profit out of their asset, and the one that want to invest in their asset. You cannot be in between. Leave you to guess which one we have. Now, when it comes to what you and DJ Paul are saying, when you're part of a top 6 club, I don't think that it's a good thing to think about the season in such a way. You say that, hey, if we make top 6, that's a good thing, or set top 6 as an expectation. Because I'm pretty sure Leicester did not set top 6 before they win the league. So top 6 is essentially a participation.
No, they probably had top 10. They probably wanted to just stay in the league, right? And then they surprised the heck out of themselves and everybody by winning.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that the league is never a guarantee, no matter how good you are. Because Liverpool won the league, they had firepower, and then they are out of the top 4. So the time that you think your rebuild is complete and you're ready to challenge, there might be some things that are happening in the background that let you drop out of the top 4. But what I want us to be, I just don't like surprises. I like our foundation to be built on preparation and good acquisition before the season starts, and that gives you a chance to be at the table at least. But when you don't have all of that set and you you just ask to be in a good spot, to be a good fan and support the project. It's just hard for me to buy into that. There is always the second syndrome, the second season syndrome, and it's always a real thing. When we watch our team last year, and we know that most of the game we did the Bruno, Dogo put his foot on the ball, he went under the bar, and then we have Casemiro popping up. We saw using his experience to score some goals, and Sesko scoring some goals. It's almost all down to individual brilliance. That's okay. But now I'm trying to see how can Carey compensate with that, with his managerial acumen. But what is going to happen is in the second season, most of the team will make adjustment. They will make adjustment to our players because they've already seen what our players are capable of. But they will make adjustment. What they don't know is what Carey can bring to the table. And when I measure him to the other managers of the top six, that's where I'm a bit dampened in my expectation, in my hope.
Yeah, definitely, Luwani. Listen, Flawless, go live now, man, so I can send them over, bro. We've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes, man. It's mad. We've been live, man. We've been live, keeping the man hostage. Big up, people. Let's get to 250 likes ASAP. We've had a fantastic show. So 2 weeks' time, we can revise the top 4 or the top 6. Spurs is going to be very interesting because I need to see the squads. I've still not seen the squads yet. Soon as we get to September 1st, then that's it till January. So then I can look at the level of quality and the level of who's got what in terms of who's on the bench, the quality that they can play with, what happens if they get injuries, who's got depth and who hasn't. And that the thing is, what's worrying is City and Liverpool. City and Liverpool have always been quite organised when it comes to the transfer window. They have not. I think Liverpool need they need a centre-back, another centre-back, 100%. I think they need another midfielder. They need 2 wingers. That's what I think. But Spurs have, in terms of winning you don't win. That's what they say. You don't win a transfer window. They've done almost to winning a transfer window. It's unbelievable.
They might need some time to gel.
Chelsea have signed that. You know what? Chelsea have signed 8 players, I think, as well.
Yeah, but they always do that.
Paul.
Chelsea always do that. They always do 8.
Yeah, but this time they've signed. They've signed people to look after the children. They've signed a couple of teachers for the crash, bro. You know what I mean? For the crash, for the nursery. Man like Danny Welbeck, man like Jordan Henderson, who I think are gonna have an effect.
Both De Zerbi and Iraola are very methodical managers. But I believe De Zerbi have a little crazy gene in him. So if any coach have a chance to things blowing up on his face, he's probably going to be.
Yeah, that's the madness thing. They got him. They gave him the keys to say sign all these players, but if something happens with a ball and he falls out, he'll just be like, "I'm getting up."
That's why with Tottenham, I'm always like, you can't really definitively say that they're back.
But then, Paul, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. With the players they could challenge for a league, bro. I'm telling you.
I hear you.
I hear you. For a league, it can either go both ways. They're either challenging for the league, or he's getting sacked in 6 months.
That's it. That's why I said Tottenham. It's like they're made of glass. It's like handle with care. If De Zerbi wakes up tomorrow and just says, and he picks a fight with one of the players, he crashes out with Vinay or whatever, that place is going to crumble like the dominoes will fall. And when Tottenham fans start crumbling, these guys start crying on the internet and whatnot. It could go well, and then they could fly up, and then they could probably maybe finish second or third. It could, but it's really either or. It's not really. I don't really see like a middle ground, for Spurs. I feel like it either goes well or it just completely.
Yeah, imagine thinking Ange Postecoglou is crazy, but then you bring in De Zerbi. So
exactly.
The real question is if they successful and challenge, that means they're in the top 4. To the detriment of who? Who are they going to bump out?
I don't think, and I think they've. I think Van Heck's a good signing for them. I think you guys are overestimating them massively. I think the culture of them as a club is losers, and I think that doesn't get fixed by one window, by a couple of signings, by signing Newcastle, Tonali. I don't think you fix that culture. I think that it takes time. And real consistency. So don't be surprised if they finish 10th. I'm telling you.
That could be another possibility as well.
And that's an improvement for them. 17th 17th twice. That's an improvement for them.
It is actually. I feel like a lot of people are, expecting them to get top 6 is just because of the signings that they've made, really. But in reality, when you isolate
some of those quality, bro, they bought quality. It cannot be.
They have bought quality, but they still have
quality. You can buy quality, but if there's no chemistry in quality, then bye. See you later. No chemistry.
But they also still.
But you know what? I do like De Zerbi. Man.
Nah, De Zerbi's a good coach. De Zerbi's a good coach.
And you know what? They've improved their defense. They haven't got Bozo, Roman, and
Romero. Yeah,
they haven't. They haven't.
I don't think De Zerbi cares.
Say that again?
I don't think De Zerbi cares.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but he saved them from relegation though last season. He played. He was their best player in the running.
Kinski?
Romero.
Yeah. He was their best player.
Romero.
No, Kinski. You don't see some of the saves he was pulling off.
Oh yeah, Kinski. Yeah. Oh, I thought you said Romero was the guy who was costing them getting.
He's Bozo. No, he's Bozo. He was in Argentina in the last game of the season.
He's got to join his daddy, Simeone.
Maybe their only saving grace at Tottenham will be the fact that De Zerbi is ultra methodical. No, then when you talk about the chemistry, I don't really think De Zerbi care about chemistry because he's going to draw. He's going to. De Zerbi is one of the managers. He's probably going to draw them passing lane that they're going to use to the millimeter and have them rehearse that.
Yeah, but you can do that. But if the players don't combine well and there's balance in that the players don't combine, it cannot work, bro. It does not work. So it's about the chemistry of the players to each other as well. Always. Football is about what I can't do. Can you do that? And what you can't do, I can do that. I can help with that. That's not changed in football. You need a balance. And Manchester United lack balance. And that's why Sean, when I hear people like Sean, I'm like, Carrick's back. I'm like, yo, Carrick ain't back. Shit. There are managers that are being back. Kingsley. I mean, I'm just so happy for the kid recovering for what happened to him in the Champions League. From now being Spurs' number 1. That's a madness. By the way, Suzuki, I thought the kid was going to Paris Saint-Germain. He's going to Villa.
Yeah.
That's great. By the way, I'm not going to lie to you. Villa have got rid of Rodgers. I watched their team. They look more energetic. They look more like fighting, and I do not count out United. Good evening. Do not underestimate. I think the Champions League. I think the Champions League is going to distract them. Would they have enough of a squad to cope with the Champions League? And I still think Manchester United are not going to cope well with the Champions League and playing in the league. I think we're going to do better in the Champions League. That's what I think, me personally. But look, Dubravka, Senesi, Robertson, Fernandes, Tonali, Mamou, Savinho, Gakpo are the signings they're aiming for, even when the window ends. That's crazy.
The only one that stands out to me is Senesi, though.
4, 5, 6, 7.
But again, I look at those signings and I'm like, again, with context, y'all finished 17th twice. Because at the end of the day, if I look at the attacking signings, Gakpo, Marmoush, I rate Marmoush, and I actually like Savio. But if United were to make those signings, we would be like, no. I think maybe some United fans will say yes to Marmoush, but some would say no to Savio.
No. I would take some. Are you mad? On the where does he play? Does he play on the right or the left?
He plays on the right. I'm thinking on the right.
He plays on
the
right.
Like Savio. I don't think Savio suited for
this. Listen, when he played for Man City, his assist record from the wing was unbelievable. First season was good. Yeah. He I don't know why he didn't play as much. To be fair, Pep Guardiola is a weirdo. I don't know if you see some of the Amazon clips, but he's a weirdo, man. Certain players, he'll just kick them out.
Didn't he only get 2 goals?
Yeah, but
he had like 13 assists though. So
that's unbelievable.
50
for a first season
in the Premier League.
For a first season, that's unbelievable.
So
I don't think
You
But
can't
another
get away with
story.
that.
Any danger?
For me, I rate Mamouche. You know, I think Mamouche is a good player. I think Mamouche is a second striker. You know, behind the striker for
Mamouche is
the
very good.
two midfielders. I think he's a good player, Mamouche.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
the
there's any
Gakpo one
danger.
that I'm like, I don't really, you know, if United fans will offer Gakpo, people wouldn't want this. So
listen, Xavi Simons is out for the season. I think he's going to be out till maybe.
yeah, he's
January.
out for the season.
Kulusevski's basically retired.
Yeah, he's gone. Kudus, I don't know what's happened to him.
When it comes to De Zerbi, I don't think there is any danger in him misprofiling any player because his system is king. If he rates you enough to find a role for you in the system, that means that he has a way to fit you to make it work. So there wouldn't be, even if you give him a big squad, I think his system will prevail overall, and he'll find a role for quality players that he rates.
It's not going to end. Mark my words, it's not going to end well. Zerbi Spurs not going to do well.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
mark my
surprised
words.
if it crumbles because with Spurs, like I said, it's everything at that club is volatile. So I mean, they've had a good window now, but come by the end of the season, we could say, oh well, Tonali, that was 100 million, not so great. Mateus Fernandez, oh well, maybe we shouldn't have spent 85 million on him. Like, you know, these questions could come around and we could be like, oh well, Spurs weren't really what we said they were going to be. So yeah.
He's just divisive. I think if they start struggling with some form at some point in the season, De Zerbi, he gets incensed, and I can imagine him saying something along the lines of Spurs as a losing culture or something like that. You know, like what people have said before, like what kind of Ange said, and that's when the wheels fall off. I think he'll throw the toys at the pram because that's what he does. Right? That's De Zerbi's. That's his MO. He's very emotional. And I think Spurs does not need. That's not for the long term. They don't need somebody like that. They need somebody who.
Once he starts antagonizing, if he says stuff like, you know, Tottenham is, you know,
losers and all this, history. Yeah.
Once he starts talking like that, I'm like, yeah, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over. Once a manager starts to take personal digs at the club itself. Yeah, you would.
Ange did it, right? You know? But he had a good reason because that's when the Spurs fans were celebrating when City scored. And he's like, what kind of club is this? So very
are we really like factually saying our opinion, or are we maybe speculating in the name of tribalism? Because we said the same thing about Arsenal last year, where they expressed in never late they're going to fall over and whatever. But they won the league, and here we are.
Oh no, so but every club has adversity, right? Everyone has a bad spell, and how do you manage that bad spell? Like look at Carrick. I think Carrick's a complete inverse to De Zerbi. Very stoic, very level-headed. He doesn't get up too high, too low, and I think that's great. I think that's sometimes you need emotion. Emotion can get more out of people. But you know, he's different. De Zerbi, he when the high's high, he'll be great for Spurs, like he was at the end of last season. He got results when they needed it. But when they start having a few bad results or some players that don't perform so well, that's when you're going to really see the true, you know, quality of how he goes for Spurs. It's
you
true.
Know, when you said stoic, right? Stoic is good when you're winning. You look like you are in control of the situation. But when you're losing, you look like you have no clue.
True. That's what they'll say with Carrick. When you guys start losing, they'll go, he's not got a plan, he's not got this and that. That's
it's going to be an up and down, whatever for Spurs. I mean, I don't think they're going to have. I don't think they're going to be they're going to be as bad as they were last season. 100%. I think they're going to be at least in the top 6. I do think that compared to the rest of the league,
for top 6.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the league, they've done their homework, and I do see them finishing. I actually see them finishing above Villa, to be honest. I really do.
Yeah,
I think Villa
because Spurs have only got 1 game a week as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. Yeah, that's
not just Chelsea. It's not just Chelsea.
See what Sean just said that now all
and the mad thing about it. He's going to use that time to really drill the team. So when he gets that right, what Luani was talking about, that methodology, when he gets that methodical way of drilling, oh my word, it could be. But then, like I said, it could all explode in his face.
You said the
Like,
same thing about Amorim. You said the same thing about Amorim.
you see,
No, but United fans are like,
no.
1 game a week.
No, not me.
I'm trying to bring up.
Never.
You see,
I said a coach. Manchester United needed a coach who can drill the team, but not when you're playing 5 at the back business, man.
No, yeah.
All this madness that you're doing. And I don't blame Amorim, by the way. I blame the people who bought him. People who bought him.
Do you guys think that I'm going back and referring to what Sean say about?
I think this is right. By the way, big up. Big up. 1 billion. And he says De Zerbi has nothing to complain about, like he did other clubs. He definitely he's got 0 to complain about. He has been backed. 100%. I agree. Are you a Spurs fan? Big up to you.
Yeah, I think he's.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go back to what Sean say about the now all eyes are on Carrick. Do you think that this was the intention of the board all along and set him up in such a way that if things don't go well, they already have a scapegoat in place? Because now it's almost like this fan base is split in terms of if he gets back or not. But when you take a couple of steps back and you look at the team overall, you see that there are elements in that team that are still the core of that team that were liability in the past and that have not been replaced. And the only area we improved in compared to last season is that we acquired 3 midfielders, technically. Do you think just acquiring 3 midfielders is enough to raise the expectation on a coach that have never been proven to rebuild a team?
I just don't believe this is a proper rebuild. I don't buy into this. Like I said to you, at this moment in time, Manchester United lost 2 players. One, we were going to loan him out because we can't sell for shit. And the other one left. So we signed Santos and Tielemans to replace those 2. And now we've signed an extra player. I believe, until I'm clearly wrong, September the 1st, that that Marcus Rashford is still going to go. So Manchester United, we're going to need a second striker because I'm sick of playing in Burmo and Cunha. If Sesko is injured, I need a focal point off the pitch. I need a second centre-half and I need a left back. So for me, that to me, then I can say, you know what? Okay, if he gets those players, I'm like, okay, Manchester United have a bench because he can bring people on to change the games then. But I don't think he is being backed. No. But I do believe some people are saying they're not backed him because they don't have him in he's not in their picture for the long term. I don't know what Paul thinks. But yeah, Luani, I think maybe you were saying they might be setting him up. They've done that before. Manchester United have done that before. They've set coaches up. Left them
I don't know about that. I wouldn't necessarily agree to that narrative, but
they've done that before. They've done it to before, bro. They've done it to Oli so many times, bro. Come on. They've done it to Oli, man. They forced Ronaldo on him when we needed the 2 midfielders. What are we doing here? If that's not a trap, I don't know what that is.
Especially that after the AC Milan game, Carrick himself came out and said that he need more signing.
Yes.
The manager should be coming now and saying that. Yeah, he came out and said he said it in a very political way, but he still made allusion to it. So your manager shouldn't be coming and saying stuff like that when pretty much the preseason is finished.
Well, we'll see. I still think Rashford's still going to be here. I don't see what club is going to come in for Rashford at this point. But if we're going to get any money for Xerxes, hopefully we could get whether it be our 30 million that we pay for him back or whatnot. And we could see if we could use that to get a striker or something. But
Rashford's your number 9, bro. That's it.
Exactly. Rashford's
Cameron, this is the question.
I don't think he's going.
Yeah, yo, Cameron, would you do a swap like Roy Keane said? Rashford for Lewis Skelly?
No way. You must be crazy. You guys, is that what Roy Keane said? Did he actually say that?
Yeah.
Man, he's losing it.
He said Lewis Skelly Rashford swap.
If that happens, oh my God, that would be I'll be speechless. I'll be speechless.
I'd be disgusted. I'd want whoever sanctions that deal. I want him out of the club. That'd be a mockery of a.
Yo, your CEO says him and what's the other kid? Wanyeri. They're both for upper sale, man.
Yeah, no, Nweri might actually be going. Yeah, and I'm super unhappy about it as well. I mean, Arteta's been crying about the squad restrictions, saying that they need more players. It's like, no, man. Stop. Get Madueke shouldn't be an Arsenal player. Did you see him come on today and straight away misplaces a pass? Why is he in the squad but no Nweri's not even in the? I know it's an absolute joke. That's why I don't like Arteta. Deep down, fundamentally, me and him disagree on how we see football. He's pragmatic. He wants physicality and all these things. I want ball players, technical ballers. This Nweri is going to go and he's going to be a success, and we're going to look back and think, wow, we had a top class creative player, and we couldn't find a place for him. Skelly's a perfect modern football player, and he suit you guys. He suit most clubs. He can play fullback. He can play a defensive midfielder. He can play midfield. Play the 8. Yeah, he's top class, man. I've been a big fan right since he.
I'm like, there's no way in hell that deal happens. But if it did happen,
you'd be so happy, right?
Happy is an understatement. I do like laps around this apartment. I do like 10 laps around this apartment in excitement. Wow. Happy is an understatement.
Wow, so you rate him? You think he's a good left back? You think Skelly's a good left back?
Skelly's a
Yo, Cameron, can you please tell him? Left back.
He's a good fullback.
Left back, man.
No, well, he's not. He's not like world class, but is he better than Luke Shaw? Yeah,
he could do the job.
Better than Luke Shaw. He does a
Definitely
job.
Better than Luke Shaw.
Yeah, I mean, that's how he broke into the team. He came in at fullback and played. I mean, we play more inverted fullback.
I'm better than Luke Shaw, and I've been with him for 15 years.
Yeah.
Luani, do you like Skelly? Do you think Skelly is a good left back? Would you take him?
Yeah, of course, I'll take him as a left back. When you're watching the game last time and you see the way Arteta, I'm surprised that Arteta used him as a first phase builder. But of course, he had a Caliofori next to him, so he kind of make things easier. Even with having the 2-8 in front of him, his passing option were there. But the guy is he's a good ball carrier. He's extra, and I didn't even know that he have that much of a passing vision with the way he released Caliofori on the first goal. But even when we talk about our team in United, I don't even think we have any good strikers at all. I know y'all raise Sesko, but when I look at him, I've yet to see him like in the box take economical touches, and then we talk about his area presence. I think he's tall, but his timing on the jumps, on the headers, they're not even better than Mbomo's. And it's almost as if what Mbomo has, Sesko lack, and then what Sesko lack, Mbomo has. Mbomo at least can be said that he's more of a Premier League mold striker, even though he's not, because he's explosive off the block and he have that pacing behind, but still he's not even clinical. Like when you look at Sesko could be clinical because we see him in front of the goal, and he know how to hit the frames. But the issue with him, I have yet to see him accommodate to the physicality of the Premier League and really dust like with that pacing behind our Premier League players. I know people always refer to that game in which we hit, I don't remember the team, but we hit them on the counter and Sesko was running past. I don't rate like open field sprints. Show me that you're a good striker when you get the ball to fit. You drop the shoulder, you drop the defender, and he cannot catch up back to you, and it's you and the goalie face to face. That I want to see. There is no, when you see good striker, there's no debate. When you see the evolution, for example, of Joao Pedro, when he left from Brighton, he went to Chelsea. You can see the quality right away. Even when you look at the Arsenal false 9 in Harvard's, yeah, he might not be a traditional striker, but in the way Arteta is using him, is benefiting the team, and he's fine in that mode. But you look at so many strikers in the Premier League last year Voltemade, and see the way they play the position. I don't know. Sesko, what? This will be his third year. I think I need to see more. That's all.
Yeah, big up people. Listen, we've been live. We stay live. I don't want Skelly for so many reasons. He doesn't treat. If he doesn't reach his potential, he'll be another show for us, because all these clubs like us romanticize things. For me, it'll be another a good midfielder. He was a midfielder as a youth player. I think that's where he looks most comfortable. I think as an attacking midfielder, next to two really good centre backs, maybe, but next to centre backs that are not that great, when you got super attacking left back, then you get caught. So for me, I think as somebody in the squad that can fill in now and again for a left back, if the main left back is injured, maybe, but as a midfielder, who can change the angle of the team 100%. I do like him as a young player, but I think he's one of their own. I doubt it that they want to sell him, especially when he did so well towards this, squeaky bum time at Arsenal last season. Listen, people, we're going to wrap it up here, man. Big up to Cameron for jumping on. Big up to DJ Paul for staying with us all the way in LA. Big up to my brother Manuel Luwani, all the way in the East Coast, near New York State. Big up to
don't trust the West Coasters.
I'm actually from the DC area, so I'm actually from the East Coast. So yeah, you don't trust the West Coast.
East Coast for life.
East Coast. So yeah, I'm from the East Coast, so I'm not actually a West
big up. He's how long have you been there in LA now?
About like
how long have you been in LA? What?
4.
Oh, so you don't even made it to 10 yet. Yeah, you're not made it to 10 yet.
4,
When you make it to 10, then adapted, man. You're adopted then when you make it to 10.
I'm still, this is 4 years. I can move. I can still leave LA tomorrow and move back home. So yeah. I'm still, DC. Boy, oh boy. Big up, man. Listen, big up. Make sure you catch all these people, yeah? Make sure you follow DJ Paul at DJ Paul 703 on X and DJ Paul on Instagram. He's a DJ, people. If you're in LA and you need a DJ Paul is your man. Trust me. Manuel Luwani, United trucker. Manuel Luwani.
My wife is not happy.
Why is she not happy? 2 and a bit hours time about United.
She said, no. She said, sorry. She said that I spend my weekend watching Premier League. Now Friday, I'm on stream. So it's adding to the whole thing.
Tell her you're waiting for the season, man. The World Cup hangover is over.
Exactly.
Big up to Miss Luwani, man. Big up to Miss Luwani. We're sending love to her, man. Big up Queen, but listen, what would you rather him doing? Be in a bar somewhere, getting tanked up, you know what I mean? Come on,
I told her, I said, you're going to be in the frame. She said, I don't care.
It's all good, man. It's good to see her. Love to the Queen.
You're fighting against Ineos, man. You're fighting the good fight against Ineos.
There you go.
Yep.
She needs to know. Listen, his son is a Chelsea fan. Is he excited? Is your boy excited?
My! I haven't spoken to him because he's been preparing to leave for the university. He will leave next week, so tomorrow I'll see him and then we'll speak. Right now he's at work. He's been working and preparing to leave, so we haven't spoken football. That tomorrow I'll see him and then we'll go from there. Big up.
Listen, big up to him, man, and good luck to him in university, man.
Yeah.
Good luck to him.
Thanks.
Yo, big up, man. Like I said, man, big up to Sean as well. Cameron, tell the people X, man, if people want to follow you in X. Man.
No, honestly, I don't have any. I was thinking about doing some kind of football content because I enjoy
Why
it.
not? Why not, bro? Come on, Cameron.
Yeah, no, man, you inspire me, man, honestly. But you've got a great community, Norridin. And honestly, boys, Lonnie, Paul, it's been great chatting with you guys as well. It's always a pleasure, man. Norridin.
Listen, anywhere we can help, bro, we're here. So let the people know, man, because you need to start tweeting about Arsenal and what you think. Honestly, Ian Wright tweeted tonight about Gabby Martellini saying that the way he's been treated is really bad and everything. Ian Wright tweet, it's interesting, actually.
He scored one league goal last season, man. He scored one goal, league goal. So I don't know, come on. Let's get serious. Ian Wright's PR is off the scale compared to what your guys' ex-players has. Ian Wright knows it's actually hard to get Arsenal fans on his side. Like he's a master at that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. He's a master at that. He's the man. But listen, Gabi, for me, I think he's got some crucial goals for you throughout.
Hey, why don't you guys buy him? Come get him. Come buy him.
Nah, no.
There we go. Yeah.
I think we're stacked on that side. Now that we could have done a swap. I actually like his pace. We need somebody who's got pace. I think none of our wingers have got raw pace. Martinelli's got pace. Raw pace.
He just can't beat his man with technical ability. His technical level hasn't gone with his physicality, and he can finish. He's in front of goal. He can put it away, but again, one league goal. It was an important goal, but it was one league goal all season. It's not good enough for a right wing, like for how we play. Our wingers need to be getting goals.
Yeah. He actually was at United.
He did a trial. Yeah, he was on a trial, 2017.
United, yeah. But listen, big up to Sean as well. Make sure you follow Sean at Sean Thomas.
Big up, Sean.
At Sean Thomas on X. And make sure you check out his geopolitical podcast, How We See Things. Big up to Ben. I don't know where Ben is tonight, but big up to Ben wherever he is. He's having a date night. He's having a good night wherever he's doing. Love to him. Big up to Jarvis as well. We'll be back for the match reaction tomorrow.
Hey boys, good luck.
Night.
Good luck against the mighty home.
Listen, Cameron, if you're free tomorrow night, make sure you join us. DJ Paul, hopefully I'll send you the link as well. Luani, you might have to apologize to your wife.
Nah, you saw good. Big up, guys.
Yeah, big up and love. Listen, go to Sarcasm City and let them know. Love and light, but yeah, it goes without saying. Free Sudan, Congo, Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, Palestine, after Zios, the war machine, and all the oppressors, colonizers, and imperialists. Free the people, free the land. Love, light, take care. Good night. F Ineos, F the Glazers, man. Take care.